Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Howdy, howdy. Let's see some locations in the chat. Where you guys located? Who's watching today? Do we have anybody in New England? Where you guys from? Let me know. Hello. How's it going? We're back again. I debated whether or not I was going to do a live stream today or just do a regular video and then live stream tomorrow. But yeah, I just had so much fun last night on the live stream that I figured I'd do it again today, and we might as well. We'll just do it again tomorrow. That's what we'll do on this channel. We will live stream during major weather events, and this is a major weather event. What we're getting ready to go through, Winter Storm Orlena. The National Weather Service actually, in their local discussions for New York City, used the term extreme. So you know, there's definitely going to be extreme impacts around New York City and northern New Jersey, southern New York there, maybe a little bit of Connecticut, and extreme eastern portions of Pennsylvania. It is going to get hairy out there, okay? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Looks like we've got some people in here. Alex from Cincinnati. We've got Aiden from Fredericksburg, Pennsylvania. What's up? Wyatt from Thurmont, Maryland. Michael from Northeast Connecticut. Mark from East Massachusetts. Philip from Long Island. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. How's everything looking? Does everything look good? Everything sound good? Do I need to make any adjustments before we get into this? Please let me know so we can take care of all that kind of stuff before we really get into it, you know? Sounds good, looks good. Everything's good, everything is all right. Great. That is great to know. All right, check this out, guys. Here's the latest from the National Weather Service. We've got winter storm warnings for a lot of the East Coast here, from Virginia all the way up into southern Connecticut. They finally issued that winter storm warning in New York City. We were looking last night, and we saw that there was no warnings there, and I did say that they would eventually issue a warning, and they did. And in fact, there's a very small probability that a blizzard warning may be issued for portions of New York and northeastern New Jersey later on. I'm not 100% sure on that. The storm, the low pressure system, and the winds with it aren't going to be incredibly strong. They're not going to be like damaging winds or anything, but the sustained winds of over 35 miles an hour could occur in increments of over 10 minutes at a time. So the National Weather Service may or may not issue a blizzard warning up there. But right now we've got winter storm warnings. Check it out. All the way up to New London in Connecticut, and all the way as far south as Farmville. Farmville. In Virginia. Fredericksburg there, Charlottesville. All those areas are under a winter storm warning. Let's look at this on radar, okay? Some of our first snow showers and heavier snow bands are working into Maryland now. They're working into New Jersey, all the way up into Pennsylvania, and a little bit is trying to make it into New York. I think most of that is Virga as of right now. It's meaning it's not actually touching the ground yet, so it's kind of like evaporating before it hits the ground, which is fine. We'll eventually get there. But what you're looking at here, all this is not the storm, right? This is just like your appetizer. If you live in New Jersey, New York, Delaware, Maryland, this is not it. All right. The actual storm has still yet to form. We're waiting on a transfer of energy to a low pressure system to form down here off the coast of North Carolina. That's what's going to form our actual nor'easter, and that's what's actually going to crank up those snow totals for New Jersey, New York City, and southeastern Pennsylvania and places like that. And then obviously further up north into Connecticut up to Massachusetts, but that will be more of a problem tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Here's a live look at the radar. You can see it's snowing in Philadelphia right now, York, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Washington, all the way down into the Delmarva Peninsula and Delaware itself. Now, if we go back here to the Ohio Valley, this is the place we were looking at yesterday. We tracked this pretty much all night last night, and it really underperformed for a lot of people. It didn't come up to forecast levels from an area from Peoria all the way to Columbus here, this southern edge of the storm. We were concerned about this. I talked about this multiple times in all my videos leading up to the event. We were concerned that that warm bubble could possibly make it too far north and cause too much rain to interfere with the snow totals. And I believe that did happen in Indianapolis. It's happening now in Columbus. It obviously happened in Cincinnati. We expected that. But honestly, I personally thought that Peoria would eventually switch over to all snow and have some really heavy bands, heavier than what they actually received. So the forecast was a little off for those areas, but just to your north, we actually overperformed a little bit. There's some areas here near Chicago that got over 14 inches of snow, and it's still snowing. So I also mentioned this in my videos that we had the opportunity for those winds to really crank back some moisture off the lakes to really intensify those snow totals, and it looks like that's actually happening here. So very interesting stuff going on. I'm sorry for all you people in southern Indiana, southern Ohio, southern Illinois. I know you guys were looking forward to hopefully getting in on a little bit of snow, and you did. A lot of people did get a little bit of snow, but those higher totals just didn't come to fruition. This energy is moving off to the east, though, and we've got a pretty heavy band of snow moving up towards Pittsburgh right now. And I think that one's actually going to put down probably an inch or two. Sprite Zero in here, by the way. And yeah, so that'll be interesting. I think we have a camera pulled up that we can take a look at that. And then it's snowing all the way up into Williamsport and Scranton. And as you can see, those first little bands are trying to move into New York City. But as far as I can tell, it's not snowing right now in New York. It looks dry to me there. That's why I really think that the radar is just showing some snow in the upper levels. And we're going to be able to track this first little band of snow, this first little wave of snow in New England, all the way through. Check this out. We've got a cam just northeast of Baltimore here. It's snowing there. Here's one just a little bit north of Hagerstown, Maryland. It's snowing there. And here's one in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and it kind of in like the higher elevation region there of the Appalachian region of Pennsylvania. We also have, where is this? This is on the, no, this is just north of Philadelphia, I believe. Yeah, this is just north of Philadelphia. Snow's starting to stick to the road there. This one's on the New Jersey side of Philadelphia. Okay, so we can watch that. Paradise, Pennsylvania. This is a little bit south and west of Philadelphia. So we've got that whole little area covered right there. It's pouring the snow right there. That's closer to Maryland. And then here we've got Times Square, and then we've got on out in Long Island. So we will be able to watch and see it when that first wave of snow gets all the way out to the end of Long Island here. This is Southampton. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's go back to Paradise. The name is fitting. But as I can see right now, we've got 227 members. If you're just now joining in, hello, welcome here. I usually do YouTube videos. I usually do what I'm doing right now, but I edit it up and I try to make a nice little video out of it. But I feel like during the actual event, like during the storm, it just makes more sense to live stream. I don't know. I feel like it's more fun, and we've got kind of like a community aspect going on here. So I appreciate you being here. If this is your first time here, make sure you slap a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, because even when I don't do live streams, I post videos every day talking about potential snowstorms or, even just regular storms in the future. And yeah, make sure you share this live stream on social media, Facebook, especially if you live in New England. If you want your peeps, to be updated on what's going on, share this on Facebook, put it on Twitter there, put it on Instagram, put it on TikTok, put it on whatever you want to, because our goal today is 1,000 concurrent viewers. We had 800 yesterday. It was a record for this channel, and it was the first ever stream, so that was good. So our goal today is to hit 1,000. So I'm going to take a look at the chat here. So, and I'll get to, I know a lot of you guys you're going to ask, how much snow do I expect in my backyard? And I'm going to get into that as much as I can here in a minute. But I want to go over the whole forecast as a whole, and maybe you can just kind of pick out your area as I do that, but I will answer your questions. Kyle, I live in Paradise. Do you actually, do you live in Paradise, or do you live in Paradise? Do you live in this Paradise that we're looking at right now? If so, take a picture of what's going on and send it to me on Twitter. If you guys didn't know, I have a Twitter, and you guys can send me storm reports and stuff, and I show them here. Look here, Martin Steins. I don't know if this is York, Pennsylvania. Look at his little kids outside playing in the snow, having a great time. Look at that. It's snowing good there in York, Pennsylvania. We got another one from Chicago, about 14 inches, 10 miles west of Chicago, and it's still snowing pretty hard. So, that's impressive. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, okay? That's at Ryan Hall, y'all. Especially if you live in New England and you want to send in some storm reports today. I will show them on the show, all right? I live in Paradise, Pennsylvania. Yes, exactly what you're looking at. Awesome, dude. Enjoy the snow. Oh, by the way, guys, here's the... I know some of you all were wanting to see my streaming setup yesterday. This is what it looks like. This is... So, right now. So I manage all of the cameras up here. That's why whenever I'm scrolling through the live cams, you see me looking up there. And then I've got the radar over here. I've got my main browser over here, chat over here, music control over here, and I got the streaming thing over here. So it's there's a lot of stuff going on over here. That's why sometimes it seems like I'm overwhelmed. Moving the mouse from one area to another is a little difficult. But thanks to all this stuff, I've got you covered, all right? Got you covered. Let's see here. Will there be any snow in Knoxville, Tennessee? Yes, there will. We'll talk about, you know what? Let's go through the forecast real quick. I wanted to wait for some more people to get in here. Because what happened yesterday was I went through the whole forecast and when we had about 400 viewers, and by the time I was done, we were at 800, and everybody, those 400 people was like, wait, I didn't get to see anything. So yeah. Alex says, this is awesome, man. Very entertaining. I appreciate that. I worked really hard on trying to make this as visually entertaining as possible. Because, you know, man, as a weather enthusiast myself, if something like this existed, this is all I would ever watch. You know what I mean? This is all I would ever do. I love this. I especially would have been all about this if something like this existed when I was younger. Can I become a moderator, please, Ryan? I think we're good on moderators right now. We've got Jamie in the chat. Hello, Jamie. And also moderators are, I think we're going to limit that to members of the channel. So if you want to potentially become a moderator one day, I mean, you don't have to do it, but like become a member of the channel, and we'll talk about it in our little private chat sessions that we have as members. Okay. Can you guys hear the music? Is it too loud? I kind of wanted to have some background music on here. When will it start snowing in North Jersey? It's going to start really soon. Here we are. We're almost at 400 viewers now. As soon as we cross over 400 viewers, I am going to start going through the forecast. I'm going to let everybody know exactly when the snow is supposed to start. I'm going to show you all the models. I'm going to show you all of the projected snowfall totals and all that stuff. So if you want to hear me get into that, make sure you share this right now. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Share the link. Send a text to your mom. Be like, hey, watch this guy. He's getting ready to get down with the weather. He's about to just tell it how it is, son. You don't want to watch your weather channel, son. You know that they don't tell it how it is. All right, they sugarcoat it. Ryan Hall's going to tell it to you how it is. So make sure you include all of that in your text message when you send it to mom. Let's see here. DC snowfall forecast. I'm going to get into it. Berks County, Pennsylvania. I'm getting ready to get into it, guys. Let's see here. Let's go back to the radar. Let's get a good view of exactly everything that's going on. There we go. Man, this is a beautiful radar program, isn't it? 400? Are we at 400? What makes the criteria for a winter storm warning, and is it location based? Yeah, Paul, that's a good question. What makes the criteria for a winter storm warning? The criteria for a winter storm warning is different depending on where you live. It is. I know down here where I live, I think it's only like 4 to 6 inches within a 12-hour period, or maybe even a 24-hour period. But up north in like New York, I do believe it's a little bit more than that. I should be able to find a graphic and show you guys the details on that if I can remember. All right, here we go. We've got 424 viewers. We are going to go ahead and get into the forecast. Now I'm going to show you all the weather models. I'm going to show you all that good stuff. Yeah, let me get everything ready here. Parameter, the 12Z Euro just got done running, so we'll show that. And then we'll also show the Canadian, and we'll show the short range North American models and the short range Canadian. How about that? All right, here we go. So once again, if you're just now joining in, this is a live look at radar. Okay, we've got some pretty decent heavy snow showers going on right now in Chicago, all the way down into Indianapolis, but that warm air is hanging out a little bit too much with us, and it's kind of interrupting our snow totals in southern Indiana and southern Ohio. If you're south of Columbus, you're probably not going to get much more snow from this part, but later on tomorrow and the next day, we are going to see some more lingering snow showers from this system over here. But as you can see, all this over here in the Ohio Valley, this is just kind of like dissipating, and it's kind of, there's not much oomph left with it. That's going to continue to be the case because the low pressure system that was bringing our snow over here, its energy is being transferred down into the Atlantic Ocean, and we are going to have a low pressure system form off the coast of North Carolina, and that's going to track north, and that's what's going to eventually cause our call it? Nor'easter, my bad. And we can watch that happen. We can watch that unfold on the weather models. All right, let's do that right now. This is the Euro, the latest Euro, the 12Z run of the ECMWF. Here we are right now. Let's put this into motion around 10 o'clock tonight. That's when the heaviest of the snow showers are really going to be working in out of Indiana and Ohio. And what's going to happen with that is it's going to kind of dissipate, and there will be some energy from, my mouse is screwing up on me, from like the moisture here in the lakes that's going to move south into Knoxville, Tennessee. Somebody asked about Knoxville, Tennessee earlier. Eastern Kentucky from Lexington to Pikeville, in southeastern Indiana, Ohio. This right here, it doesn't look like much, but there will be multiple areas that get 2 to 4 inches of additional snow just from this backside snow action that's going on here, especially in the mountains over here. If you're in the mountains of eastern Kentucky, you can get close to 6 inches, if not more. Same thing with West Virginia, North Carolina, and eastern Tennessee. Now, this is what we're really looking at, okay? This low right here, a 995 millibar low pressure system, 7 a.m. tomorrow. This is what's going to really bring that moisture up and really come together and cause our heavy snow bands here in northern New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, and southern New York, Long Island. Check this out. Watch as I put the Euro into motion. Here we are, 4 p.m. on Monday. 4 p.m. on Monday, we've got extremely heavy snow now from eastern Pennsylvania all the way through Long Island, and then all the way up towards Cape Cod. So it's a really broad swath. And while this is happening, travel will be nearly impossible in this area. The road crews are not going to be able to keep up, especially on the larger roads where it's harder to manage, getting traffic out of the way and stuff like that. This is going to be a travel nightmare. So if you happen to have to, be on the roads during the 4 o'clock time on Monday, I feel sorry for you. It's going to be coming down quick. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be wet, and it's going to suck. All right. But if you don't have anywhere to go, if you have to stay home, it's going to be beautiful and you're going to love it. And then here we are all the way at 10 p.m. So from 4 to 10 p.m., it's going to be snowing hard that whole time. It's starting to move a little bit north now here in northern New Jersey. We've got a pocket of heavy snow all the way out into Cape Cod, eastern Massachusetts, Boston now, Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island. You guys are getting in on the snow. And looky here, over here on the eastern side, we still are dealing with our lingering snow showers. So this will put down a decent amount of accumulation over here for Ohio and eastern Kentucky and West Virginia. So let's put this into motion a little bit more. This completely moves out of here. Just look how long it meanders and just kind of sits around. Multiple low pressure systems just rotating around that big cyclone there. And that's really the reason why this is putting down so much snow isn't necessarily because the storm is just so strong, right? It's just because of how long it sits around and sticks around. So it's out of here almost completely by 4 a.m. on Thursday. Let's say that let's end it right there for our snowfall totals, and let's see what the Euro shows for total snowfall. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, the bullseye here is showing central New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, Long Island here. There's an area that somebody in this storm, in this general vicinity, will get over a foot of snow. I'm sorry, about 2 feet of snow. So 24 inches of snow is 100% possible for somebody in this area right here. I don't know who it's going to be. It depends on, where those snow bands really set up. If they're further north, then it'll be in northern New Jersey. If they're further south, then it might go all the way across Long Island or down towards Philadelphia. But somebody in that region will get 2 feet of snow. The safe forecast for the rest of you, though, if you're in this circle right here, is like, I would say, 12 to 18 inches for the vast majority of you. New York City, 12 to 18 inches. I would say Philadelphia, 8 to 12 inches, just to be safe. There's definitely a probability that you could get more, but just to be safe, that's what we're looking at. Let's look at, and my mouse is really screwing up. Look at the Canadian now. So the Canadian brings snow totals to a little bit of a broader area, and also it dumps some really heavy snow on eastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, down into the southern parts of New York here. This may be a little bit overdone, especially for this area. I think that I do think that this whole area right here is going to see a lot of snow, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily this much. 35 inches. That is that's a lot of snow, guys. I don't know. We'll be here live tomorrow tracking it and checking it out, but I'm not sure about 35 inches. And then we can also, let's take a look at the short range Canadian. It shows, basically the same thing. You can watch it unfold here. Give me just a second. So the short range Canadian, what it does is it brings that low pressure system up, and it brings more moisture with it. So the Euro did the exact same thing here. It basically took the same track. Everything looks the same, but it's condensing this moisture from the Atlantic right here. There's some vorticity going on in the upper levels of the atmosphere. There's something that's happening here that's causing the short range Canadian to just put down some absolutely intense and immense snow bands here, which the Euro doesn't. Not as much anyways. And then that kind of moves off to the north. And that's why we get these snow totals according to the short range Canadian. So yeah, eastern Pennsylvania there, it's showing over 30 inches for you. Not 100%, not 100% realistic, but still looks good for a lot of people. Now, I haven't mentioned a lot about DC and Baltimore here. Originally, 2 or 3 days ago, we were thinking DC and Baltimore, that area was going to be the sweet spot, the number one place that will be most likely to see 2 feet of snow. However, that has changed. That has moved off to the north and east. I think that a safe bet for Washington and Baltimore will be 6 to 8 inches, with a 20% chance of you guys possibly seeing over 8 inches, so like 8 to 12 inches. It just depends on if the right snow band gets up on you. I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you that I'm some like crazy expert meteorologist that knows more than everybody else. I don't. Whenever it comes to systems like this, and we're dealing with a low pressure system that tracks this close to the Atlantic Ocean, and you're dealing with a warm Atlantic Ocean, and there's so many dynamics that goes into it, nobody in their right mind is going to tell you that they know exactly what's going to happen, because they don't. So it's tough. We're not going to be able to know what's going to happen until we're there. That's why we have to nowcast tomorrow. My mouse would screw up on me right now. Typical. All right, so NAM, I want to show you the NAM, my bad. So the NAM kind of concentrates the snow totals a little bit more. Like every single one of these now has the bullseye around New York City. So the closer we get to the storm, the more we have to watch these trends, and I believe New York City is going to get a ton of snow. The area in question is really southeastern Pennsylvania, around Philadelphia through Baltimore. The NAM shows you guys not getting much snow at all. But all the other models disagree. So I'm still going to stick with my gut and say 6 to 8 inches is possible for that area. Closer to 8 to 12 inches for Philadelphia, but the NAM, it's really showing that warm bubble is going to get the best of you. Let's watch it unfold here. See that it really concentrates that the main bulk of that first area of moisture to the north and east. We got a bunch of mix and sleet over here, and yeah, that's why you guys don't get those totals. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't buy it. Yeah, we were warmer than we were supposed to be in the Ohio Valley, so maybe the NAM is onto something. I don't know. Let's go back to our cams here. Here we are back in paradise. If it started to snow in New York, yet still no snow. Unbelievable. And here's New Jersey. Snowing pretty good in New Jersey now. Let's check that out on radar. Yeah, so let me show you. What we're looking at there, I believe, is this area. So we're watching that little snow band right there. You're going to see a lot more of those as we go through the evening. Snow has started in New York City. Is the Canadian model underestimating snow totals for Boston? If you're talking about the short range Canadian that I was just showing, that doesn't go all the way out through the whole duration of the storm. So yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to check something. Anything on the polar vortex for next week? We'll talk about that here in a second. What should we look for to where and when the new storm forms? You just want it to form soon. The sooner the better, because the sooner it forms, the more energy it'll have left from this Ohio Valley system to phase with. So I think that no matter what, it's, you know, the NAM, the Canadian, and the Euro, everything we just looked at, the track is perfect. I think the track is going to be the same now. The placement of moisture, that's the only thing that they're all disagreeing on. And there's no way of knowing where the actual placement's going to end up being. So we'll have to nowcast. We'll have to watch it on radar as we go. Here it's a blizzard. Not kidding. Where are you at? Where are you at? I want to see a blizzard. Turn you on your camera and share it with me. Okay, here we go. Here's New Jersey. It's coming down really good there in Willow Grove, just east of Philadelphia, on like the Jersey side of Philadelphia there. It's covered the road pretty quick there. Oh, look here, Keith. Keith, damn it. He's using his custom emojis. Check this out. I can do it too. Look at this. Look at these snowflakes. You ever seen snowflakes that cool? I just put it in the chat. What he's doing and what you guys have the ability to do too is become a member of the channel. It's a brand new thing we just started doing. If you look underneath the video, there's a button that says subscribe, and right next to it there should be one that says join. If you hit join, you'll have access to, you get a cool little badge next to your name, and you will be able to use the custom emotes that I worked really hard on making. They look beautiful. You'll also be able to get access to super in-depth live streams in the future, behind the scenes videos from when we go tornado chasing. And there's tiers of becoming a member. If you are like a high risker, then you will get a shout out at the end of every single video that I make. Moderate riskers get unedited, unseen footage of tornadoes. So really, really cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff with that. And look here, Marty Steins has become an official weather weenie. He's our first member of the day. Oh, and he's a high risker too. So there you go. He's going to get shout outs at the end of every video. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. It's already snowing in southern Staten Island. I can't wait for me to be able to see it on here. Oh, you can a little bit. Okay. Just not snowing very intensely here in New York City yet. Still no snow way out in Southampton. Keith plans to be a high risk soon. That's awesome, man. It's a blizzard here in southern Delaware. I don't have anything in southern Delaware. It's hard to find these cameras. Most of these are, if you'll notice, most of these are railroads, right, with trains. There's a network of high resolution cameras all across the United States that just track trains. And this is for a long time how I have tracked weather across the United States. Marty Stein said, I need a replacement for the Weather Channel app on my phone, so $10 a month to you beats giving them money. I love the sentiment. Look at in National Weather Service for okay. Where's their forecast totals at? How can I get to their map? Usually it's down. Oh, okay. Okay. New snow forecast 18 to 24 inches for New York City, Northeast New Jersey, Lower Hudson Valley, and much of Nassau and portions of Southwest Connecticut. Lesser amounts as you head east due to warm air aloft at the surface, changing to snow to wintry mix of rain, snow, and sleet. A changeover to all rain is likely for Twin Forks of Long Island. Okay. Wow. New York City, 18 to 24 inches. And this is coming from the National Weather Service, who is usually very, very conservative, even with a system like this. But yeah, those are extreme totals. That's gonna be bad. 24 to 30 inches over here. Wow, that's crazy, man. Wow, that's gonna be fun to watch. That's gonna be fun to watch, guys. All right, I want to check out the timing on this. When's this gonna really start? So really, some of the heavier snow showers don't make it in until 12 a.m. tonight, like midnight tonight, and then looks like the apex or like the maximum time for snow in New York in this area is going to be like noon tomorrow. So like, let me just explain. This is 7 p.m. tonight, 10 p.m. tonight, 2 a.m., 5 a.m. tomorrow, 8 a.m. tomorrow, 12 p.m. tomorrow, 3 p.m. tomorrow, 6 p.m. tomorrow, 9 p.m. tomorrow, 12 a.m. on Tuesday, and then 5 a.m. on Tuesday. So tomorrow around lunchtime is going to be where probably most of the snow is going to be falling. As long as it says 18 to 24 in New Brunswick, I am set. Nice. Who's happy with this map right here? Let me know in the chat. Who's happy with this map? This is official from the National Weather Service. This ain't something that I whipped up to hype it up. This is real. Hey, John Drescher. I hope I said your name right. Drescher. Welcome to Slight Risk, or welcome to the club, man. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah, you're gonna have some access to some really cool emotes down in the chat. Make sure you use them. Let everybody know how cool you are. All right. I'm not happy. No snow in southern Indiana. I'm sorry, man. A lot of people are happy with this, though. I'll retweet that. It's insane. Yvonne Clark, love your forecast. Hello from Baltimore. Hello. I'm not, because I am in Georgia and it's raining. It's raining here too, man. I wish I was up there. I really do. I finally get to use my snowblower. There you go. Snowblower time. Can you talk about the next snowstorm? Yeah, I guess we can briefly talk about that. There is an opportunity for another snowstorm to come through almost directly after this one. Zoom out here to the whole United States. All right, so here we are on... Oh, this is a new run of the GFS. I haven't seen this. It's a little bit different. So there's another storm over here that tries to come through on February 3rd, and a lot of models had this being a huge, major winter storm for areas west of Lake Michigan, and then also had it sparking up another, big area of precipitation for the Ohio Valley. Looks like that most of that is gone, but what is not gone is, look at this. This is bitterly cold air. A big part of that polar vortex is coming down for Sunday, February 7th. It's going to be the coldest air we have seen all winter long. It's going to be intense cold. So going to be a lot of cold air for, stuff to work with. If we can get right around here, if we can get this storm, or if we can get another storm to form along this, there's going to be lots of potential for major snowstorms like the ones that you remember from years ago to happen, if we can get something to interact with that cold air. And then as we go further on into the future, yeah, there's more opportunities for storms. Maybe was it the Euro that showed more significant storm? Here's our first one. Here's our second one. Yeah, that's a pretty significant storm for Wisconsin and Michigan. And then also, for the Northeast here a little bit. Oh, here we go. And then oh wow, look at that. You see, this is what can happen. This is what we really need to keep an eye on. And I'm gonna make full detailed videos on this on my channel as we go forward. But like, this is definitely what we got to keep our eye on. If we get this to happen, if we get a storms like this to interact with this huge surge of cold air coming down, we are gonna see a very awesome, memorable snowstorm on the East Coast. One like we haven't seen in a while, because it has been a while since we've had cold air like this and as much activity and warm Atlantic moisture to deal with. So like, if we can see this happen right here, bada bing, bada boom, son. Look at that. I got to zoom in on that. Where's this at? U.S. regions, north. Look at that. Woo! Wow. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. And that's a strong storm. You know what I'm saying? $30 more people watching and we'll have 666. Yeah, we're only 40 minutes into the stream. We've already got 640 people watching. Hello, thank you for being here. If you've just now tuned in, we are watching Winter Storm Orlena, I think. Or did I say that right? Orlena? Something like that. We're watching her get ready. She's just now starting to form as a low pressure system is getting ready to bomb up here next to North Carolina. And it's just going to kind of hang out here off the coast of Delaware and just dump a ton of snow, possibly over 2 feet of snow for a lot of people in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, northern parts of Delaware, southern parts of Connecticut. It is going to be a very major, extreme winter storm. And we're watching it unfold right now. We're looking at live weather cameras. Check it out. Here we are in New Jersey. It's snowing real hard right now. On the coast of Maryland over there, where it's snowing really hard. Here is, what is this? Greencastle, Pennsylvania, north of Hagerstown. Here is Altoona, Pennsylvania. And then here is real close to Philadelphia once again. This is the New Jersey side of Philadelphia. They've got a really good snows band going through there right now. Paradise, Pennsylvania. It's been snowing hard there since the onset of this storm. So a lot of snow expected in Paradise, Pennsylvania. And here's New York City. Oh, you can actually see the snowflakes now. It's snowing in New York. This is the beginning, guys. This is the beginning of this. All right, I'll show you this. You're just now tuning in. This is the official National Weather Service's forecast for the New York City area. White Plains, 18 to 24 inches. JFK, 18 to 24 inches. Just west of Morristown, there's a big area of 24 to 30 inches of snow possible. Middletown, New York, 18 to 24 inches. Hartford, Connecticut, 12 to 18. Absolutely insane totals here. It's rare. You don't see this from the National Weather Service often, guys. Unless something big's getting ready to happen. Hey, Ryan, will the Hudson Valley get 2 feet of snow? It is possible. It's possible. 18 to 24 inches is your forecast. Almost 700 viewers. Keith, keep track of that because I keep losing track of it because I can only see it in a very small window over there. But we are getting close to 700 viewers. Our goal is 1,000 tonight. If you guys can come up with some incentive, like what should I do? What should I do? What should we do when we hit 1,000 subscribers, or not subscribers, but concurrent viewers? I don't know. We need to do something crazy though. We need to set a goal, and we need to do something crazy when we hit it. I don't know what it is though. I need your help. We just got a super chat. Paul Roman, thank you so much for the super chat. That helps. You have no idea how much it helps. Just went to a winter storm warning in upstate New York. Updated amounts of 2 foot and wind of 35 miles an hour. Guys, we might see blizzard warnings. We might see blizzard warnings. Is this the blizzard of 2021? Huh? Is that what we're dealing with right now? Let me back out here. Oh yeah, they've expanded that quite a bit. Lots of new winter storm warnings out now. All of Connecticut, much of Rhode Island, much of Massachusetts now, all the way up through Maine. The Adirondacks, White Mountains there under a winter storm warning. It's getting real, guys. What is that green down there? A coastal flood warning here in Delaware. The warnings are being issued. At 1,000 viewers, you should have cake and ice cream. Well, how does that help you guys? I want it to be awesome for you all too. The discussion from the National Weather Service in New York says it could upgrade to a blizzard warning on Long Island. Yep, I see that. I see that happening now. Yesterday, I said I thought that was unlikely, but after looking at the some of the short range data, I think that there will be intermittent periods where wind gusts could cause blizzard conditions for more than 10 minutes at a time. How is Chicago? Chicago's doing good. Chicago, I know somebody sent me a report specifically saying that Chicago has gotten 14 inches. I think it was 10 miles west of Chicago, and they are still getting heavy snow right now. We've got that backside motion of moisture coming off the lake, and it's just pouring the snow in Chicago, and it probably ain't going to let up anytime soon. They did really good in this region right here. They got a lot of snow. They outperformed the forecast. However, unfortunately, down here, they didn't get as much as they were supposed to. At $9.99, do a little dance. I don't know. I can't dance that well. Got a pretty good snow band getting ready to move through Pittsburgh. I wish we had a camera of Pittsburgh. I don't think we do. Northern Maryland totals. Northern Maryland, I would have to say that I would expect. It really depends on how northern in Maryland you are. Okay, if you're as far north as Hagerstown, all right, then and like closer to like as north as Hagerstown to the north and east, I would definitely say it's very possible for you guys to get anywhere from 10 to 14 inches of snow. However, that cuts off pretty drastically as you go to the south and to the southwest. Washington, D.C., I'm saying 6 to 8 inches. Baltimore, 6 to 8 inches. And then southern portions of Maryland, 4 to 6, 3 to 4, that range. But if you want to look at some model data, I will show that to you as well. Don't pay too much attention to this. We're looking at fantasy storms in the future. The Euro up to our first storm here. The Euro shows, close to 10 inches up here with a little wedge, maybe, 8, 9 inches down here as far south as Baltimore, Maryland. But DC is in that 6-inch range. The Canadian, I think, is a little bit friendlier for much of Maryland, 7 inches in Washington, D.C., closer to 10 inches in Baltimore. Hagerstown, 12.3 inches. Oh, the Canadian sees that second storm too. I want to hold on. All right, hold on, guys. I'm really interested in this possible second storm that we could be getting. I want to look at this on the Canadian. I haven't looked a lot at future storms. I've been so focused on this storm that I haven't been looking at the medium range or long range forecast much. So here's our first storm. Canadian says New Jersey, New York's going to get clobbered. And then our second storm. Oh, it's our third storm. That's what it's saying. This one right here looks pretty cool. Pretty intense little snow band going through Chicago and northern Indiana. And then that moves off to the east, causing some snow for the northeast as well. And then what happened? Yeah. Okay, so that's not as nearly as intense as the GFS. I think that was the GFS, or was it the GFS that we were looking at earlier? It's not nearly as intense as that, but it does still show. This is important, guys. Look at this. You see this? And do you see all of this cold air? If you are a snow lover, anywhere from this area all the way up through here, you want those to meet up just like it's showing here, because this is the ingredients. This is this is the ingredients for a major historic winter storm. Don't get too excited because it almost never works out. But like, just looking at this has me more excited than I've been in a long time for the possibility for a very major winter storm to come through. Look at that 540 line. We're talking about, very cold temperatures as far south as southern Alabama, Mississippi. You're talking about right here. What are the temperatures? Yeah, negative 30 degrees in Iowa. We're talking about negative 10 degrees at the northern border of Georgia and Alabama. Atlanta, Georgia at, 10 degrees. That is some major cold coming down. Look at that. Here we go. Negative 10 in Atlanta now. Negative 25 all the way through Kentucky. This would be the most cold we've seen all winter. And and this isn't that far out. So this shows that this starts coming down February 4th, February 5th, February 6th, February 7th, February 8th. Today is January 31st, guys. This is not fantasy stuff that we're talking about here. This is real. This could possibly happen. Now, if you're a snow lover, if you're a snow hater, you want to focus on the opposite of what I'm saying, okay? But if you're a snow lover, you really want to see some moisture come out of the Gulf here that interacts with that cold air in a way that causes a storm to form. And then right here at the end of the Canadian, we've got another one forming right here with ice as far south as, what is that, Houston, Texas almost. Fantasy stuff, guys. Don't get too excited yet. Let's focus on our current storm. Look, let's take it one at a time. Look what we're dealing with right now. Can't beat that. How are you feeling today? I'm okay. Okay, my allergies have been bothering me. You can probably hear that in my voice. Negative 30 degrees, what? Yeah. Yeah. Please, I need snow in Atlanta. I know, Gabrielle, I know Atlanta, you guys are the ones that really need snow the most. I think you guys got spoiled with, I don't know if you remember, but the blizzard of 1993. Ever since then, everybody in Atlanta is just constantly fiending for that next hit of snow. And it's been that long. It's been a long time since you guys have seen something really significant. And I'm rooting for you because if Atlanta gets a foot of snow, then I'm getting buried in snow, son. That's what happened in the blizzard of 93. I wasn't born yet, but that's what I heard about anyways. Tennessee, shout out, boys. Yeah, Trevor, shout out to Tennessee. Will this storm break any all-time snow totals? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It'll definitely be in like a top tier New York City snowstorm for the past 10 years, 100%. I don't think it'll shatter any records, that's for sure. How much snow for Ireland? I don't know. I don't know how much snow Ireland's gonna get. I saw we briefly hit 800 viewers there. I think we're down to 786 now. You got to keep sharing it, guys. Let's keep sharing it. Let's keep pushing it out. When we hit 1,000 viewers, I'm going to go to the fridge and get me another Sprite Zero. And here's the thing. My throat's getting dry. I'm getting parched. I am dehydrated. I don't have water in my fridge upstairs, and I'm definitely not going downstairs. So I could literally get really sick from dehydration if we don't hit 1,000 viewers. So it's on you. That's on your hands. Will West Virginia get a lot of snow? Yeah, in the northern part, north of Morgantown, you guys will get a lot of snow. The local Boston stations are getting 4 to 8 inches, saying getting 4 to 8 inches. Boston's in a tough spot. You guys are going to be right there where it could go either way. Blizzard of 93 paid for my GT. Yeah. All right, let's check out some live weather cams, shall we? Oh, why is it so blurry? Paradise, Pennsylvania is still getting a ton of snow right now. Still no snow out on the Long Island. There we are in New Jersey. Oh, yeah, Philadelphia. It's coming down good in Philadelphia right now. I do want to check that out more in detail on the radar. So here's New York. New York's getting ready to get in on a good band of snow. Right here, once that moves into New York City, they'll see some accumulation pretty quickly. But yeah, Philadelphia, yeah, they're dealing with a pretty intense little snow band right now. You can see that here. Middletown, New York, 18 to 24 inches. Yeah. I want to show. I got to show it one more time, guys. We'll come back to this because I know we've got people just now joining. This is the official forecast from the National Weather Service in New York. 24 to 30 inches over here, west of Morristown. Middletown, 18 to 24. Carmel, 18 to 24. All the way into Farmingdale and Long Island, there, 18 to 24. Freehold, 18 to 24. Hartford, Connecticut, 12 to 18. Just a ton of snow expected with this storm, guys. So be ready for it if you're over here. Ryan, what radar do you use? This one right here is WSV3. It is a professional tool for broadcasting weather. It looks pretty. You know, that's pretty much the best thing about it is it looks really nice and pretty. This one does cost money, though. It's $250 or $300 a year. And then I also use radar scope, which actually I like better. Like if I'm personally using a radar just for myself, I always use radar scope, especially in the spring and summer when I'm like tracking tornadoes and severe thunderstorms. This one is very detailed. It's very nice, and it's only $10. It's $9.99 on the App Store. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on your Mac, your PC, your iPad, anything like that. $10. So that's not sponsored or anything, but I do highly recommend it. Radar scope. Vovok said blizzard watch possible. No, the National Weather Service stopped doing blizzard watches. I think they only do blizzard warnings now. They don't do blizzard watches anymore, I don't think. I could be wrong on that, but I haven't seen a blizzard watch in like years. And there's been plenty of blizzard warnings. How much snow do you think Bel Air, Maryland could get? 6 to 8 inches. How much would York, Pennsylvania get? I'm gonna say 8 to 12 inches. With there's a chance. There is a chance that you could see more than that though. 8 to 12 is my conservative forecast. Worst case scenario, you can get around 14 inches. Worst case scenario, best case scenario if you're a snow lover. Blizzard warning possible? A blizzard warning is possible. Yes. Don't know exactly if it's going to happen or when they would issue it, but right now in this area, especially on Long Island, just east of New York City there, and maybe even the southern portion of New York and Connecticut here, could see an actual blizzard warning from this storm. Here's a tweet from Graham Gardner. Last night versus this afternoon. I'm guessing this is last night and this is afternoon. It rained all day. Yeah, a lot of people got stuck in that rain shaft, man. It really sucks. Yeah, here's somebody talking about that Arctic air mass coming in. If that verifies, that's gonna be some crazy cold. What weather app is this? If you're talking about the two radars you see up there, the bottom one's called WSV3. The top one's called Radar Scope. Oh, here's a new post from the National Weather Service in Boston. Let's see what they've got going on. Okay. This was at 4:13, so this was not too long ago. 12 to 18 inches in Boston. Plymouth, 6 to 8 inches. Bedford, 12 to 18. The National Weather Service is really upping their totals. A lot of times you don't see this. You know, if the guidance is showing 12 to 18 inches, which a lot of it is showing that for Boston right now, the National Weather Service will say 6 to 12 just to be safe. So they've got a lot of confidence in this storm. Jamie said, if you're not a member yet, she highly recommends it. Me too. Look at these emotes. Can't use them. You can't use them unless you're a member. We greatly appreciate you if you become a member. We've already got like 30 or 40 members. It's awesome. Get exclusive perks that nobody else gets, and you get to help support the channel. We're building tornado probes. We're gonna go tornado chasing, and we need all the support we get. We don't have any big grants from the government, and we don't have any sponsorship from the Weather Channel or AccuWeather or anything like that. It's all completely crowd funded and self-funded. Jamie says, nice. I'll take 11 to 18 inches. So who's happy with this map? Let me know in the chat if you're happy with this map. Sean says, I want to become a member, but I have no money. Absolutely, don't worry about it, man. Nobody has to become a member. It's just a little something fun, a little something extra. Ryan, you do know tornadoes will suck you up. No, not if you know what you're doing. Not if you approach them in the right way. Don't get me wrong. We could definitely get sucked up, but it's worth it to me. What I've wanted to do my whole life, guys. And now I get to do it, and I get to share it with you all. Is Long Island going to get 2 feet? Long Island could get 2 feet. Depends on what part of Long Island you're in. You have to be really close to New York City there. If you're east of Farmingdale, no. If you're over here near West Hampton, Southampton, significantly less. But it looks like all of Long Island is going to get more than 6 inches of snow. Which is interesting. All right. I don't think we're going to hit. I don't think we're going to hit 1,000 viewers within the next 5 minutes. But if I don't get something to drink, I am going to thirst to death. So give me just 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back. No Sprite Zero this time. Look at this. I had to get the giant bottle of water, son. Don't forget your salt with water. What? DC snow totals can go up. Yes, they can. They absolutely can. Yeah, everybody's freaking out because the National Weather Service came out with this forecast. That is a ballsy forecast. Let's see. I'll look here. We got some more reports from our people on Twitter. Hayden Gordon, picture in Pennsylvania near Philadelphia. Hey, looky here. Helena has become an official weather weenie, a high risker. Whoa! Welcome to the club. You're going to get all those exclusive benefits, and additionally, you will get a shout out at the end of every single video that I make. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Helena. Mike, they want to know snow totals from South Jersey. Oh man. God, I wish it would snow here. My dog loves snow. Thank you for that. We got about 3 inches here in southern Maryland, just south of DC, freezing rain and mix now. Yeah, I hate that for you. I hate that you're going to get that little bit of freezing rain and mix. That's really the only reason why Washington to Baltimore points north. That's the only reason why you're not also in these very high snow total ranges. So it's because of that warm bubble that comes up. Where are you at? I am in eastern Kentucky. We're going to see some snow from this. Is there anybody else from around Kentucky, Tennessee, Southern Ohio, West Virginia, in that region. Anybody in here from there? Sarah Smith, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So over here, this back edge of this the snow that's coming through, that's going to come down off the lakes later tonight into tomorrow. This right here is really going to stay over us here in eastern Kentucky, southern Ohio, West Virginia, and some parts of Tennessee for a while. And there will be embedded areas where heavier snow showers fall. So I think a lot of places have an opportunity to get 2 to 4 inches of additional accumulation over here. The NAM shows 1 to 3 inches, pretty broad, but I think the Euro shows a little bit more. Canadian shows a little bit more. Short range Canadian, yeah. So a lot of these are showing 1 to 3 inches, but a lot of times systems like this will overperform for eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, some areas in Virginia and West Virginia. Even in Cincinnati, yeah. Oh yeah. Also, somebody said in Atlanta, yeah, these snow showers, it's going to flurry a little bit all the way into northern Alabama, northern Jersey. I'm sorry, northern Georgia. I've been talking so much about New Jersey. Yeah, it is. It's going to snow that far south. You find out the Canadian. Yeah, look at that. Does the NAM show it? If the NAM shows it, yeah, check this out. Okay, let's look at the future radar here. So here's all the snow showers and stuff that we're seeing right now. Jacob Matthew, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You guys are being super generous today. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. But anyways, over here in the Ohio Valley, we've got those snow showers that's going on right now. And here comes that transfer of energy that's going to cause our major extreme winter storm in New England. But watch here. We've got a little flake, a little backside action from this storm that's going to come down here all the way down into Georgia and Alabama. We're looking at flurries as far south of Atlanta here. So there's going to be some cold air coming down behind it. And then you get a little pretty strong band of snow that comes through like this into eastern Kentucky. And then when it moves out, you're like, oh, it's done. But no, it flares back up once we get that southern north to south motion and we get some more moisture off the lakes and it kind of amplifies on the mountains. So eastern Kentucky, southern Ohio from Cincinnati to Portsmouth, Ohio to Ashland, Kentucky, Huntington, down into Pikeville, Kentucky, Hazard, Somerset, down into Kingsport, Johnson City, Tennessee, all these areas. You guys could see 2 to 4 inches of snow very easily from this setup. Yeah, and the NAM doesn't look great for Maryland. Look at that. There's some backside snow for you, but that's not what you want, I know. Hey man, can you do totals for northeastern Maryland? Yeah, northeastern Maryland, the whole place, I would expect 8 to 12 inches. Okay, now the NAM here, if this comes to fruition, it will be significantly less than that. But I don't think the warm air is going to come up that far north. I really don't. The NAM is showing a general, 2 to 4 inches across Maryland. I don't know. I don't buy that right now. If we go to the Canadian is right back there we need to be. 6 to 8 inches, very possible. More than that, the further north you go. Lisa Swisher became a high-risk member. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. whenever we have a big group of members, once we have like 100 or more, it's going to be really fun. We're going to have member-only, super in-depth live streams and all that stuff. So it's going to be cool. You're going to enjoy it, and I appreciate it so much. Hot in here, bulls. Can 20 miles north of New York City get 2 feet? Yeah, let's take a look at that National Weather Service forecast one more time for you. 20 miles north of New York City is like what, around here, around Paramus? Yeah, 18 to 24 inches is, according to the National Weather Service, likely all the way as far north as Middletown. Just south of Albany there is still expected to get over a foot. This is a very aggressive and very unusual forecast from the National Weather Service in New York. I agree with them, but usually they try to stay on the low side. Okay, so here's like more exact totals. 21 inches, New York City. A 23-inch in New City. Farmingdale, 18 inches. So that's from the National Weather Service, guys. And here's that cold Arctic air that's coming in later. We've got 763 viewers, guys. Welcome to the stream. If you're just now joining in, we're watching this major extreme snowstorm unfold, and we're also talking about the possibility of maybe some more snowstorms in the future coming up really soon. Could affect areas of the southeastern portions of the United States all the way up through the Ohio Valley, Appalachian region, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast. Get the NAM again. And we can take a look at the wind gusts here. Blow this up for you guys. 10-meter wind gusts in miles per hour. Here we go. So yeah, wind gusts at the peak of the storm in Long Island, 53 miles an hour. I seen that. Maybe 58 right there on the edge. So that would definitely be considered a blizzard. Have in speed. So these are more like sustained winds. Ooh. we get up to like 28 miles an hour there with sustained winds. It's going to be tough. Like if the National Weather Service issues a blizzard warning, it's going to be for intermittent periods of blizzard-like conditions, not for a sustained blizzard. Because it has to be 35 miles an hour, just like constant. You know what I mean? Titans 74. Can you show snow totals for the Albany area? Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Let's do that on the NAM. So Albany, I can't tell if you're right on that line with between like 6 and 10 inches. And yeah, I would put you in the 6 to 8 inch range, me personally. Like, if you want my opinion, my forecast for Albany would be 6 to 8 inches of snow, possibly a little bit more. Now the National Weather Service is like bumping up their totals big time. But 6 to 8 sounds good to me. Here is the National Weather Service. Dude, they are really being aggressive on this. They've got you in 12 to 18 inches. 12 to 18 inches from the National Weather Service. Well, Lord, yeah. What world do we live in where the National Weather Service is hyping this storm up more than me? What's happening right now? Jeez. Inbred Outcast. Nice name. Thank you for the super chat. David G, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, everybody click like so Ryan can grab a real drink. Oh, yeah. We've got almost 800 people here, and the video only has like a couple likes. What are you guys doing? Like the video. Let's go. Like the video. We got to get this in the algorithm. You got to share this with your friends and family. We're trying to get to 1,000 viewers, okay? When we hit 1,000 viewers, it's going to snow 2 feet at your house. I can make that happen. Seriously though, thank you, David. Thank you for the super chat and for trying to get people to like the video and become members and stuff. You guys won't regret it if you become a member, I promise. Let's see here. What about Spotswood, New Jersey? It looks like most of New Jersey, according to National Weather Service, is in that 18 to 24 inch range. And it's snowing pretty hard right now in New Jersey, actually. If we take a look at the radar here, it's coming down really good, especially north and east of Philadelphia. Chesterfield, you're getting ready to get in on a really good snow band, all the way up into Woodbridge. It's coming down good for you guys. Then this is just the appetizer. The real storm isn't here yet. We're not going to be talking about the real storm until tomorrow, okay? So enjoy this because, you know, it's just warming you up for what's to come. And I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. Just north and east of Philadelphia, it's a pretty good snow band. The road was not covered an hour ago when I started this stream. Road was not covered at all. Is it snowing good in New York yet? It's snowing a little bit. It's not snowing good. Twin Forks, not yet. Paradise, Pennsylvania is getting some big time snow right now. There's another New Jersey view. Here's Altoona, Pennsylvania, Greencastle, Pennsylvania, and just north and east of Baltimore there. A lot of snow going on all over Pennsylvania, but especially in Paradise. I like having the music in the background. I have to use like royalty-free music, but it's all right. Outcast, thank you for the $2 super chat. He said, Frankfort, Kentucky snow. Which model do you believe? Yes, Frankfort, Kentucky will receive 1 to 3 inches of snow by Tuesday, with the back end snow squalls that are going to come through after the main storm has already moved out. Sorry, I'm being quiet, guys. I'm just looking through Twitter, trying to look for some more updates. You guys want me to go through the next storm again? Is there anybody that didn't catch that earlier? As we wait for some more data to come in on our current storm here. Because the Euro says we're going to do this all again next week, and it may be even more intense. All right, let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out, guys. Turn the music back down. Zoom out. Sorry, my phone's blowing up right now. Okay. It was the Euro that we were looking at, right? Double check. Yes, it was. All right. Okay, so here's our current storm, right? Big old nor'easter dumping 2 feet of snow on New York City. And then that gets out of here. And around February 3rd, another little storm tries to come through Wisconsin and Michigan. Okay, this is going to be it could be a pretty significant storm for Wisconsin and Michigan. And then that's going to set the stage for the next storm. And this is what's really important. We've got a ton of cold air coming down from Canada here. Watch this. As that storm goes through, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. This is, I guess you would say, this is a lobe of the polar vortex coming up right here, down into the central and eastern parts of the United States. Some of the most intense cold we've seen this winter. Definitely the most cold we've seen this winter, and possibly competing with some of the coldest air we've seen in winters past, within the past 5 years. And then we'll watch this. We've got a little area of low pressure system, of low pressure that forms down here in the Gulf of Mexico with a lot of warm, moist air with it. And when that combines with that cold air, we have a classic, historic winter storm that moves through the northeastern part of the United States, bringing snow to northern Georgia, northern Alabama, all of Tennessee, northwestern North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and this is a blizzard. This is 100% a blizzard. If this were to occur, we're talking about a 975 millibar low pressure system off the coast of New York, Long Island there. This would definitely be a blizzard, no question about it. There would be widespread blizzard warnings, and it would be quite intense. However, this is just one model run, and it is about, the formation is about 144 hours away, which isn't crazy. Usually you see crazy stuff like this 300 hours out, right? The fact that we're seeing something like this 144 hours out is a good sign, okay? But I wouldn't, throw all my money on this, because there's a very good chance that this will change significantly. So much so that, when this actually happens, it won't look anything like what we are seeing right now. This would, however, be a really tremendous snowstorm, one like we haven't seen in a very long time here. And obviously that would bring some heavy snow totals from Tennessee and eastern Kentucky all the way up into the Northeast. Hello, Hunter. How's it going? Hunter was like our 5th member of the day yesterday, I believe. Thank you so much, man. Will Nashville, Tennessee see something from this current storm? It's possible. You can take a look at the NAM. Nashville's around here. Yeah, you can see a trace of snow. As you can see, probably around 2 a.m. tonight through 8 a.m. tomorrow, you're going to get some intermittent snow showers on the backside of the storm down there in Nashville. And you can see up to an inch of snow is possible. Dude, open up the 800 number for live calls. That would be a mess. I am setting up a Discord server. So being able to talk with you guys live on the show is something that I do maybe plan on doing in the future. And if we do that, it will be done through Discord. Is Marty says, is that 52 inches from last night's model still a thing? It is still a thing. I think that even the more recent runs are still showing a ton of snow. But I don't think 52 inches is realistic. There's something a little off about that model run. Sarah Smith says, I stopped watching local weather. I only watch you now for weather. It's always fun and interesting. Hey, I do try to make it really fun and interesting. I do have to always say though, if you ever have to make any real life decisions based on the weather, consult your National Weather Service. Go to weather.gov. I try to make it fun and interesting. I try to make it a show. I try to make it an event. But if you have to make any real life decisions, make sure you make those based on what the National Weather Service is saying, okay? Ryan, what's Connecticut going to get? Look here, I've got Connecticut pulled up right here, son. Got it right in front of you. Hartford, 12 to 18 inches. Waterbury, pretty much the whole state, 12 to 18 inches. Do you think that New York City could get blizzard conditions? Yes, I do. We must have a new influx of people just now coming in. We just talked about all this. Do you think that 18 to 24 inches is most likely for West Long Island? Yeah. I would say if you're east of Farmingdale, you're going to get less than 18 inches, almost certainly. Alita Ridgeway, so far you've done better than them, Ryan. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I really do. Thoughts on the dry slot in Philadelphia, Baltimore, and DC possible bust? If you're looking for more than a foot of snow, Baltimore and DC especially, this will probably be a bust for you. And not because of a dry slot, because of the advection of warm air and a mixture of precipitation impeding on your snow totals. Now, Philadelphia has a little bit better of a chance of still seeing over a foot of snow. But 6 to 8 inches is still very possible for Baltimore to Washington, D.C. Baltimore, maybe even 8 to 10. All right. Let's get an update on the radar. Let's look around here. The front edge of these snow showers are just now starting to make it into Connecticut. If you live in Connecticut, it's probably not snowing right now. It'll take a while for this to like moisten up the atmosphere enough to actually reach the ground. Scranton, Pennsylvania, it's starting to snow. Binghamton, New York, it's starting to snow. You guys might see a little bit of snow out of this one. It won't be anything like the early December storm though, where you got what was it, like 40 inches? It won't be anything like that for you, unfortunately. Williamsport all the way down to Altoona, you're seeing snow. Really good band of snow is still trying to creep its way up towards Pittsburgh. It's been there for about an hour. I don't know how long it's going to take. We're still dealing with rain in Cincinnati, and it looks to me like we're switching back over to snow in Indianapolis, which is good for you. I know we had a prolonged period of rain in Indianapolis that really cut down on your snow totals. And I'm sorry about that. I know we had a lot of people on here last night that were really interested in trying to get, you know, a lot of snow, and it started off good, but then the rain came, unfortunately. Columbus, Ohio, you guys have a chance to continue seeing a little bit more snow as those backside showers really come in later tonight into tomorrow. I do think an additional 2 to 4 inches is possible for you guys on top of whatever you already have right now. Same thing goes for Dayton, Ohio. Chicago, it's still snowing extremely hard in Chicago right now. And I don't know when it's going to stop. You guys have already well overdone the forecast. There's over 14 inches of snow on the ground in some portions of western Chicago, and you've just got this band of snow coming off the lake here. That moisture is really training over the right areas near Elmhurst and Evanston, really bringing in that lake-enhanced snow, and it is just piling up on the ground there. You were only supposed to get 8, 9, maybe 10 inches of snow, but you're definitely overperforming there. That's going to go all the way down into Joliet and Wilmington in Illinois. So enjoy that while it lasts. Snow showers tonight are going to make it all the way as far south as Kentucky. Yes, Lexington, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, Moorhead, Kentucky, all the way down to Somerset, Pikeville, Middlesboro. We're going to see snow tonight. 2 to 4 inches is possible. Even as far down south as Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, 1 to 3 inches is possible tonight. And Lafayette, Georgia, Huntsville, Alabama, a trace of snow and some flurries are possible tonight into tomorrow. So watch out for that. Our big storm is starting to crank up over here in Washington, D.C., though. Somebody said earlier that it was like a literal blizzard in Delaware right now. And let's take a look at our cams. This is New Jersey. It's coming down pretty good in New Jersey right now. There's another one, Paradise, Pennsylvania. It is absolutely coming down good in Paradise, Pennsylvania. Let's see here. It's still not coming down in Long Island. It's snowing a little bit harder now in New York City. Here's Baltimore, Greencastle, Pennsylvania, and Altoona, Pennsylvania. So yeah, Paradise is the winner right now. Paradise, Pennsylvania, ton of snow falling. So as you can see, a lot of stuff going on there. Philadelphia, that first snow band has already moved to your north, but there is another one coming right behind it. Don't worry. New York, you're getting ready to get your first real big bout of snow. That when this comes through, you'll probably see a coating on the ground very quickly. And yeah, and you know, looking at this on radar right now, it might not look like much, but this is not the storm, guys. This is not everything that you're going to get. This is just the, I've been calling it the appetizer, okay? There is still a low pressure system that's going to, the actual storm is forming down here. Okay, in North Carolina, the actual storm that's going to bring you all of your snow is still coming together. It doesn't really even exist yet. So once that comes together, it's going to move north, and it's going to put snow on top of whatever you get from this little appetizer right here, okay? Snow totals in New York City, 18 to 24 inches. 18 to 24 inches is possible as far north as possibly even Middletown, and then 12 to 18 inches is possible all the way north as far north as Albany. So New York is going to get in on some snow. And then let me run this as a GIF here. and kind of see what the radar is going to look like as we go through the rest of tonight. And I'll leave that rolling while I read this super chat, because I think we got one. Keith Dammit, thank you so much for the super chat. He said, Chief Meteorologist Ryan Hall, y'all. Yeah, buddy. I'm the chief meteorologist, okay? That's my favorite word I've ever made up. Almostologist. Meteorologist. Josh V, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Hey Ryan, first time finding your channel. What do you think about Scranton, Wilkes-Barre area and just north of? I think you guys are definitely prime to get 8 to 12 inches of snow in the Scranton area. Little bit of areas embedded in there could get 12 to 18 inches of snow. Obviously, you're in an area where every once in a while there are some higher elevations. So if you're in the higher elevations, I would say you can expect the higher numbers. If you're in the lower elevations, obviously, you shouldn't expect as much. But thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh, so much for the super chat. Columbus, Ohio, I think you guys could see 3 to 5 inches of additional snow on top of whatever you've got right now. Are models still having it switched to rain on Long Island? Yeah, briefly though. Very briefly. Outcast said, can you pull up the live cam of LaGrange, Kentucky when the snow starts there? Absolutely. Is there, I guess there is a train camera in LaGrange. Delmarva, northern part can see 6 to 8 inches. The southern part is going to be more like 3 to 6 inches, with extreme southern parts only getting maybe 1 to 3 inches. Hey, MD has become an official weather weenie. Welcome to the club, MD. A brand new slot risker is in the house. Guys, if you want 2 feet of snow, you're going to have to become a member. It's a requirement. You have to go down below the video right now next to the subscribe button. It says join. Hit join. Pick whichever tier you want. You can be a slight risker, a moderate risker, or a high risker. The higher the risk, the more the reward. A lot of you guys are asking for snow totals. I'll get that to you right here in a second. I'll take some questions and just look through the latest data here. Oh, here's another look. Check this out. Here's another look at this cold air that's coming in next week. It's real, guys. It's real. Negative 30 degrees in eastern Kentucky. These are not wind chills, guys. Negative 24 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. This is extreme dangerous cold. If this comes to fruition, that is insane. I haven't seen anything like that in a while. Hey, Stephen Poling, we got another high risker. Stephen Poling has officially become a weather weenie. We have a new member. Thank you guys so much. You guys are seriously being so generous today with all the support. But you're going to enjoy it. You're going to love being a member. We're going to do all kinds of exclusive stuff behind the scenes. Only us. You know what I'm saying? VIP area for weather enthusiasts. That's what you got to, if you want to be a part of that, you have to be a member of this channel, okay? Hey, Pocahontas, thank you for sharing me on Twitter. I appreciate it. And Outcast, become a slight risker. What's up, man? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We've got a train going now, guys. Who's next? Who's next? Joe Barney, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, could you show a little on the Canadian border in New York, please? We always get left out. You know what? You guys do always get left out. Let's just go back to the models. We'll run through all the models again. Start with the Euro. And you can see up here. I'll leave that available. So I don't think Northern New York or the Pennsylvania, the Canadian border, I don't think you're going to expect too much out of this storm, especially not compared to what you're used to. But let's look through the Euro here. Here's the progression of the storm. It really shows that, once again, I do want to talk about times. The apex, the maxima of this storm is going to occur around noon to 4 p.m. tomorrow, especially for New Jersey and Long Island, New York City, noon to 4 p.m. tomorrow, okay? And then that's really going to head out of here, and it's going to be pretty much out of the area by 1 p.m. on February 3rd. And then we've got to watch for our next storm to come through, and then another one. February 7th, just an insane storm tries to come through here. If we get this one, buddy, are we gonna have a good time? And this is just preliminary. A lot of times they'll move these storms too fast in the beginning when you look at them this far out. So it would probably move slower than that if it was real. So, and then behind that we've got ultra cold air. Ultra cold air. Let me show you that here in the east. Let me zoom out. Yeah, we're talking about negative 20, negative 30 degrees all the way down into the southeast. Dangerous and extreme cold possible. How do I put slow mode on in the chat? I have no idea how this works. Can you talk some more about the cold air after the storm? Yeah, What was it that we were looking at earlier? Was it the euro? I can't remember. Surface temperature. Maybe it was the... Oh, it was definitely the euro. Try to find... Canadian shows it coming down pretty far. We've got negative 30 degrees in Iowa all the way down into close to Ohio. I can't remember what model we were looking at earlier. Here we got some new pictures from our Twitter people. 5:13 p.m. In Babcock Boulevard, Pennsylvania, near Pittsburgh. Okay. Looks like you got a, what is that? About an inch, 2 inches, maybe 3 already so far. That's pretty good. And thank you, Lisa, for that. CJ, send me a picture. It looks like he's on the road. Don't know where that's from. Make sure you guys include the location whenever you're sending these in, all right? I appreciate it. It is coming down really hard near Philadelphia right now. You can see it pretty clearly there. And you can also see it pretty clearly there. Now, this camera is on the eastern side of Philadelphia near New Jersey. Jamie, if somebody is spamming like excessively in the chat, just go ahead and hide user on this channel if you have the ability to do that. Or if you put them in a timeout, make it a significant period of time, like over an hour. So I'm really interested. This right here, that what we're looking at in New Jersey there, that's a very pretty heavy band of snow. I want to look at that on the radar, and we'll use our higher resolution radar here. So it's this right here. That's what we're looking at live on camera. I look at this guy walking his dog. Allentown is getting hit hard. Is Allentown getting hit hard right now? You guys do have a little snow band moving through there, don't you? These look a little bit less intense than what they actually are. Like I was looking at this, the live cam that you're seeing right now, and honestly, I wasn't expecting that from the radar, from the way it looks on radar. It looks really good. It's coming down big, heavy flakes. Also here in Willow Grove, you can see it in the distance here, how it's just coming down in sheets. This looks like this little first part of the storm is going to drop 3 to 6 inches for a lot of people in this area. And then you're going to get that big storm on top of it tomorrow. So it's looking good. It's looking good for you guys. Paradise, Pennsylvania is still getting a ton of snow. New York City, it's starting to, you can see the flakes. You can see the flakes in New York City, but it's nothing too crazy. Southampton, we still can't see much. Near Baltimore there, you can't really see a lot. Greencastle, Altoona. I think our most impressive cam right now is this one. I think this is the one we need to keep our eye on. Cody Riddle. You know what? I'm going to make you a mod, dude. New job requirement for Cody Riddle. Guys, if you don't know, Cody Riddle is a friend of mine in real life. In central New Jersey, you can't see the grass. Oh, really? Coming down good over there, that's for sure. I can't wait until that band moves into New York City so we can watch it cover Times Square. MD, one of our newest members, he says, Ryan, that Polar Express coming down in a few days is the same setup that happened for the Superstorm of 1993. I'm just saying, I have that thought. I'm thinking the same thing, man. I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to, because especially, you know, here I am in the position where there's 700 people watching this right now. There's tens of thousands of people that watch my videos over the course of, you know, just a couple days. I don't want to be the guy that starts a big thing that, oh, we're getting ready to get the superstorm of the decade come through. Even though, you know, that's kind of where my mind goes when I see that Euro run. I'm just going to try to keep those thoughts to myself until we get closer. But yeah, you are exactly right. It looks very similar to some past big storms that we have seen cause major problems in the eastern part of the United States. And if you guys want to see what we're talking about, I will show that one more time. This is the Euro model, the 12Z Euro, showing for Saturday, February 6th, around 1 p.m. We're going to have an enormous amount of cold air come down from Canada, the polar vortex, and then a very nice, pretty intense storm comes out of the Gulf and causes a major snowstorm for eastern half of the United States. And behind it, it brings some bitterly cold, just crazily cold, dangerous temperatures all the way as far south as Atlanta, Georgia, where it could be negative 20 degrees. Negative 20 degrees at 1 a.m. on Monday, February 8th. Negative 20. Anthony Quintano, what's up, man? Welcome here. Ruben, what's up, man? How's it going? Don't jinx us. Yeah, I'm not going to jinx us. Somebody said that the negative 20 degrees was in Celsius. No, it wasn't. It was definitely in Fahrenheit. This one, is this one Celsius or Fahrenheit? This one's Fahrenheit. I mean, check me here. Make sure I'm not, spreading misinformation. I may have briefly showed another model in Celsius on accident. I didn't mean to do that. Negative 20 Celsius, no way. I think a more realistic way to look at this would be on the surface temperatures on the Euro, though, and I'll show that here in a second. Those were 2 meter temperatures. Maggie Satterfield. Maggie Satterfield just became a slight risker. Everybody, welcome Maggie Satterfield to the member club, the Slight Risk member club in the chat. Everybody, big round of applause. All right, Maggie, make sure you show off your brand new emotes down there in the chat. Everybody, make them jealous, okay? Hi, Ryan. Well, you're welcome to show my feed. Just ask for a shout out for people to come like and subscribe to me. Oh, absolutely. Anthony Quintano. Okay, I get it now. It's you. That's your video, man. Yeah, this is Anthony. He's in chat right now. And I hope I'm saying your last name right. Anthony Quintano or Quintano. He's got 1.17 thousand subscribers on YouTube. Here's what his stuff looks like. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, man. I searched a live snow camera earlier so I could have some stuff ready for this live stream, and yours was the first one to pop up. And honestly, it's beautiful. You've got it in a perfect location. We can see the accumulation as it comes down. We can see it pile up on those cars. I appreciate you so much. And everybody watching this right now, if you want to go subscribe to Anthony Quintano, he is helping out our live stream big time. So yeah, thank you so much, man. But yeah, this is a live look. You're on the eastern side of Philadelphia, right? Am I right about that? Like you're on the New Jersey side of Philadelphia, right? Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, so pretty intense snow ban going on right there. And we can take a look at that on radar. Let's do that right now, actually. Mount Laurel. Right there it is. You see it? Mount Laurel. Pretty intense snow ban going through. We're getting ready to get another one, and then another one behind that. Like, you guys are really going to pile up the snow here over the next little bit. So let's zoom in here on Mount Laurel. Again, I lost it. There it is. Okay. And we're going to switch over to reflectivity so we can really see in detail where those bands of snow are really setting up. So you got one that just went through, and then that next big one's coming through right there. So we'll leave that on reflectivity, and then we'll go back to your camera there, and we'll watch as that second one tries to come through. David G, thank you for the super chat. He says, let's make a chat on Slack. Let's make a chat on Slack for the members, and we can all share pictures and videos and thoughts. Their real community. I have 4 inches easy in Toms River, New Jersey. You have 4 inches already in Toms River, New Jersey? Yeah, we are going to have our own little hangout spot. All the members, everybody who has become a member today, or yesterday, or any day, we're going to have our own little VIP area where I will be in there consistently. I will be able to talk to each other via voice chat. We'll be able to talk, via text and share pictures and all that stuff. But I believe we're going to do it in Discord. So if you don't know what Discord is, make sure you download it. It's a free program. It's a wonderful community program. You can run it on your phone, your iPad, your computer, anything like that. That's being set up right now. I'll have it available for you guys that are members as early as tomorrow. I'll send you the link, and it'll be a fun time. Let's see here. MD has super chatted $5. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. All the support. Seriously. Crazy snow here in Vernon Township. At least 4 inches already. The future looks bright for snow. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's go over to Twitter, because people are sending me pictures on Twitter right now. If you guys want to do this, if you live somewhere where it's snowing right now, it's starting to come down, make sure you send me a picture on Twitter, okay? And I'll show it live here on the show. Richard Espinoza sent me this picture. I don't know where this is, but it looks like he's out snow chasing right now, man. If I was in your area, that's exactly what I'd be doing. I'd be driving around looking for the heavy snow bands. Current situation in Rosedale, Maryland, outside of Baltimore. Okay. What's the measurement on that? How many inches do you think you got? 2.5, 3 so far? Maybe close to 4? Jeez. Light to moderate snowfall started falling around 2:30 p.m. in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and it's still falling. Look at there. Man, I wish it was snowing here, dude. I'm jealous. Yeah, so if you guys want to send me stuff, remember, it's at Ryan Hall Y'all on Twitter, okay? Here's the latest version of the RPDS. The RDPS. I always get those letters mixed up. This is the short range Canadian. Oh, let me make that bigger for you guys. Doesn't show that mix of snow being as prominent in Maryland. So the snow totals are probably going to be a little bit higher here for you guys. However, down in the Delmarva, down here in next to Delaware and stuff, you guys are still going to be dealing with a pretty significant amount of rain. This has the apex, the most snow falling between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. So this one's a little bit later with the arrival of the heavier snows than the NAM. But let's take a look at snow totals with that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's So a lot of Virginia here is not getting as much snow as originally thought, but DC looks like 8-9 inches. Baltimore, same thing. Northern Delaware here, we've got possibly close to 18 inches. Allentown, Pennsylvania has got a foot, and then obviously over here there's a little area of over 2 feet of snow on the brand new RPDS. Oh, okay. Hey, our guy Anthony, he's working with us. He's trying to make sure we got good footage. He's moving the camera. I point it back at the light, man. I think that was the best way to do it. Or that light. I think the light on the ground would be better because maybe we could see the intensity of the snowfall and also be able to watch it pile up on the ground. What do you guys think? He's using a really nice camera for this. Somebody said, when's the snow going to arrive in Baltimore? It should already be there. snowing pretty heavily in Baltimore right now. But the heaviest band of snow, according to the RPDS, is going to be right around the RDPS is going to be right around the 4 to 9 o'clock range. Maybe as far as midnight. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that light pole. A really fancy light pole. Oh, yeah. If we could see the grass and the light, that's perfect. That's perfect, man. Got it, dude. His dedication, I love it. He must have a tripod that's hard to work with or something. Looks like there's about a coating right now. Yeah, that is just east of Philadelphia there. Oh, I think he's got it locked in. That's perfect. Don't move it. That is, man, imagine if we had somebody like Anthony in every city. That would be dope. And how lucky are we that we've got this guy with the perfect little light pole at the perfect elevation above the ground with the perfect camera, with the perfect amount of zoom. This is a blessing, MD. You're right. Oh, it's snowing. It's snowing a little bit better now in New York City. You can see it kind of starting to lay on the ground a little bit, and you can definitely see the flakes falling a little bit better. New York City, man. It's going to look awesome when there's 2 feet on the ground there. Still nothing out on Southampton. Love that shot. We're going to be going back to that one very often. Oh, here we go. This one's west of Philadelphia. So it looks to me like it's piling up really good there. If any of you guys have been watching for the entire 2-hour period, there was not nearly this much snow on the ground when we first started watching this stream. Altoona, still coming down pretty good there. Greencastle, pretty good snow shower there. And then here's just east of Baltimore. You can't really see much on that camera, though. You want to do northeast snow totals? Does anybody want me to go over the northeast snow totals again? If you want me to, I will. But first, you have to share this, okay? We're down to 633 viewers. Let's get back up to 700, guys. Our goal was 1,000 today. We got close. We got like 850 at one point. We can do it. All right, let's look over. Let's look over the northeast snow totals again. Okay? For, let's see here. I'll just show the radar while I get everything set up. Give me just 1 second, guys. All right, the responsible thing to do is to look at the National Weather Service's totals first, okay? So we're going to go through the whole Northeast, and then we'll look at the models, okay? The models, we'll look at that later because some of the models are showing significantly more snow than what the National Weather Service is forecasting, and some of them are showing significantly less, which is crazy to me. The National Weather Service has really stepped up their game with, putting out some higher end snow totals here. So here we are, New York City, 18 to 24 inches. West of New York City in eastern Pennsylvania, 24 to 30 inches west of Morristown. There may be embedded areas with more than 30 inches of snow in that area. Can you believe it? Comment down below. Make sure you comment right now if this map makes you happy, okay? We're talking about significant snow totals in Long Island, east of Farmingdale, between Farmingdale and West Hampton. You can still see between 12 and 18 inches of snow. Absolutely insane. Hartford, Connecticut, 12 to 18 inches, all the way as far north as Albany, New York, 12 to 18 inches is possible. So there's that. Here's a look at, further north in New York. Syracuse, 4 to 6 inches. Binghamton, 8 to 12 inches. Winona, 8 to 12 inches. Albany, Saratoga, 8 to 12 inches. Glens Falls, 6 to 8 inches. Old Forge, 4 to 6 inches. So Scranton, Pennsylvania, 12 to 18 inches. So a lot of snow for that area. Further south, Washington, D.C., your high-end snow totals are going to be 6 to 12. I know that's hard to see. I don't know if I can make that any better for you. Let me zoom in. Can you see that a little bit better? It's blurry, I know. 6 to 12 inches in Washington. This is the high end. There's 10% chance of this occurring. 12 to 18 inches in Baltimore. Hagerstown, Maryland, 12 to 18 inches. As far south as Lexington Park, 4 to 6 inches is possible. Now, the low end, I believe, like if this was to bust, if this wasn't to go very well at all, you can see 3 to 4 inches in Boston, less than 1 inch in Lexington Park. And 4 to 6 inches in Hagerstown. The medium range, the forecast that we're probably going to stick with, this is the one that is most likely to happen, is Washington gets 6 to 8 inches, Lexington Park gets 3 to 4 inches, Fredericksburg, Virginia gets 4 to 6 inches, Charlottesville gets 4 to 6 inches, and then the winter up here is in the panhandle of Maryland at 12 to 18 inches in Cumberland, and Baltimore gets 6 to 8 inches here. So that's what that area is looking like according to the National Weather Service. Okay, they're usually pretty conservative. And we also got to look at Boston. Oh boy. 12 to 18 inches in Boston. Lawrence, 12 to 18 inches. There is a little flank here with some less snow totals. This has to do with the terrain. It also has to do with the fact that there will be some banding going on, and this area will be in between some pretty intense snow bands. So unfortunately, you're going to get a little bit less snow in Greenfield and Springfield, Massachusetts, but you're still going to get 6 to 8 inches. Hartford, Connecticut, once again, 8 to 12 inches. Torrington, 12 to 18 inches. Providence, Rhode Island, 12 to 18 inches. It is looking good for y'all right now, okay? Now, the latest RPDS, I'm just going to call it that from now on because I obviously can't say it right. Throws, 21.4 inches in northern New Jersey. Toms River, New Jersey gets right on the cusp here of 5 to 9 inches, like he's somewhere in there. And I believe we got a report earlier. Somebody said they already had 4 inches of snow on the ground in that part of New Jersey. So we may end up with way more than that. There's a little area just north of Boston here with 25 inches, according to the Canadian. New York City, right there around 15, 16, 17 inches. And a big bullseye around Philadelphia with over 24 inches, over 2 feet of snow, according to that model. Let's take a look at the Euro. The complete Euro, well, not the complete Euro, but the almost complete Euro. Looks very similar. Southeastern Pennsylvania winds here. Washington, D.C. has got about 6 inches, and we have that big bullseye of over 2 feet possible in central New Jersey into New York. Canadian has that huge area of high snow totals here. This is the long range Canadian. Short range Canadian looks very similar with 31.4 inches of snow just north and east of Allentown there. So big old bullseye here near Easton, New Jersey. Lots of stuff going on, guys. Lots of stuff. Get those sleds ready. Yep. I have around 2.5 to 3 inches of snow on the ground here in Bel Air, Maryland. Awesome. It's very it's very possible that you guys could overperform on your snow totals. Absolutely. 100% possible. It's snowing like crazy. Where is it snowing like crazy? Hanover, Pennsylvania right now. Nice. Nice. We're getting some snow out here, guys. Thanks to everybody for sending me all these snow reports. This is very cool. I do enjoy looking at all this, and I like having the extra stuff to show for the show here. By the way, just in case you missed it earlier, this is what I see when I look at this. I keep track of all of the live cams up here. All of these live cams that you see right there. And then I've got the radar to my left, and I've got my main browser right in front of me here. I've got you guys' chat right in this area. I've got the music controls right here, and then I've got my stream controls over here. I'm using a Sony RX100 camera right here, and I'm using a Camlink 4K to get that image onto the stream here. The software doesn't work correctly yet. Like, I actually can't use it as a webcam. I have to window capture. For those of you who know about OBS, you'll understand what I'm saying. I have to window capture the software before it'll work with OBS. Then I have a little iPad down here that I use just as, to pull up extra stuff because obviously I don't have enough screens. I have to have that one more. And then I'm using a Rodecaster Pro microphone on a Rode mic arm here. So, lots of cool stuff. That's why you see me whenever I'm over here. I'm not exaggerating. I have to look around this much whenever I'm going through everything. Oh, it's snowing harder there now. Snowing good east of Philadelphia in Mount Laurel. Are they getting that snow? Are they getting that band coming in right now? Oh, yeah. So they've got that little bit of an extra snow band coming through. It's getting ready to get even more intense than that. Look at this. A big old intense snow band getting ready to come through. We'll watch that as well when it comes in. Mount Laurel is getting ready to get it, son. And we've got a front row seat. I know you guys want to see it snow at your house. But, we can just watch it from afar. Okay, so I missed I missed two super chats. Krista GNCG, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sorry I missed it there. I must have just tuned out the sound. We're getting so many today. I think I appreciate you guys. Super chatted 199 says, how much snow is Lexington Park, Maryland? I just went over that. Hopefully you saw it. I went through 3 different scenarios for Maryland there. And Daisy super chatted $5. She said, hello, Ryan from Union County, New Jersey. 1 inch already on the ground, and you're doing a great job. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the support. Alex Matos has super chatted $5. Hey, Ryan, great weather content. I just subbed. I had one question at this time. Which model was on point for this winter storm? Honestly, none of the models did very good with the Ohio Valley portion of the storm. They all screwed it up pretty bad. I do think that the NAM probably did the best. So there is that. But none of them have done great. At this point, the models don't matter that much, okay? What we really got to pay attention to is the radar, like watching the radar, watching this progress as we go forward, and just now casting current conditions. That's the only thing that matters. The weather models, when you're this close to the storm, kind of pointless. Scott Jubert, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You guys have been awesome today. I really appreciate it. And just in case anybody's just now joining in, we also have the potential for another storm next week. I have to look at it again. I'm sorry. I have to look at it again. Let's see. The U.S. regions east. If the 18Z Euro, if the next run of the Euro shows the storm, I'm going to freak out. All right, so here we go. After this storm that we've got right here moves out, I'm going to run through this quickly because some of you have seen me walk through this 2 or 3 times. We've got another storm that tries to come in on the 5th of February, bringing heavy snow to Wisconsin and Michigan, and even some backside snows for Kentucky and Ohio here. That's going to move into the northeast, and it's not really going to cause much of a problem. It will snow on the border of Canada and New York up here. I know we had a viewer earlier that was talking about that area. And it's going to move into the Adirondacks, White Mountains, and then up into Maine there. And now here's the really interesting thing, okay? This brings down some cold air with it. And then we get another storm that really looks very interesting to me. Whew, guys, this might be the big one. We are still over 100 hours out, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But it looks beautiful. It's very fun to look at right now, that's for sure. Let me United States. Yeah, there we go. Look at this cold air, guys. Negative 30 degrees possible in Iowa. We're talking about near 0 degree temperatures in, way down in Georgia. This is a dream setup. And the thing that I'm almost certain of is the cold air, right? I believe that we are definitely going to get this big massive area of cold air come down from the north around February 7th, February 6th, 7th, around that time. The only thing that, is questionable is are we actually going to get a storm to interact with it? We've had multiple instances in the past where we get a polar vortex, we get some sort of big plunge of cold air from the north, but we never really get that right storm to interact with it. The Euro is saying pretty much a perfect dream scenario right here as a storm comes together. It would literally be one of the better storms that we have seen in years here in the eastern part of the United States, with a 967 millibar low pressure system off the coast of Cape Cod with blizzard conditions for much of the East Coast. So there's that. There's that eye candy for you. I know some of you guys love to see it. And then looky here. Look at this. Later on, even after that, we're way out here, February 10th. But we got another storm that might drop some snow for Texas. Wait, what? All the way down into Mexico? Wow. The Euro is either drunk or we are literally entering one of the more interesting winter patterns we've seen in a very long time. I hope it's the latter, guys. I really do. Did you say down from the north? I probably did, man. I probably did. Is a sexy looking model indeed. See those 10-to-1 snowfall ratios. Let's animate that. Let's just watch it over and over, Bulls, while I answer y'all's questions. All right, let's do this. Put your location in the chat right now if you want to know how much snow I think you're going to get. Obviously, if we get a ton of requests and somebody throws out a super chat, super chats will get precedent. That's how YouTube designed them. Get a super chat, it shows up as a big giant thing, and I can't ignore it. So let's do this. Where are you guys located, and how much? I'll tell you how much snow I think that you could possibly get. Okay. And I'm going to be a little conservative here. I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to go against the National Weather Service on this one. All right. Okay. Wait. It's going fast. It's going fast. Oh my God, it's going so fast. Manhattan, 18 to 24 inches. I'm locking it in. I think you guys will get close to 2 feet. Definitely over definitely over 18 inches. I'm almost certain of it. David G, he says, Tom's River, New Jersey, hashtag no rain. Tom's River, New Jersey, it's looking interesting for you. I would say if I wanted to stay, conservative and not try to, hype it up too much, I would say 4 to 6 inches is possible, but you're saying that you've already got 4 inches on the ground. As long as you don't get too much rain, in there, it is definitely possible for you to get 6 to 8, maybe even 10 or 11 inches of snow there in Tom's River, New Jersey. It just depends on how close that warm bubble gets to you, man. And we'll have to figure that out tomorrow while we're now casting the main band of snow that's going to come in. All right, what else we got here? Northern Delaware. If you're in extreme northern Delaware, I think it's very possible for you to get anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow. Closer to the very northern tip of Delaware you get, the closer to 12 inches you get. Okay. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 8 to 12 inches of snow. There is some chance that you can get higher than that. Like I think the National Weather Service in your area has you in 12 to 18 inches. So there's a big range there, but it just depends on how the banding sets up. You will definitely see more than 8 inches of snow in Scranton, though, with a possibility of seeing as much as 18 inches. But my official guess for you is going to be 8 to 12, just to play it on the safe side, okay? Baltimore, Maryland, in a low probability, high impact situation, 12 to 18 inches. 12 to 18 inches is possible. A more likely scenario is going to be 8 to 12 inches. And a less likely scenario is going to be like 5 to 7 inches, okay? So 8 to 12 inches would be my official forecast for you if I was to make a map right now, but it is very possible that you can get up to 18 inches. It just depends on how that banding sets up, all right? Marty Steins, our member, I saw him because he has the green lightning bolt next to his name. How much snow in London, England? I don't know, man. I haven't looked. I haven't looked. I haven't been keeping up on my international weather, and believe it or not, guys, I usually do. Honestly, I really do. So sorry about that. I'll try to look into it later. Okay. Alex Matos, thank you for the super chat. I saw that one. Cole Township, Pennsylvania. You know what? I'm gonna have to look up and see where that is, because I don't know. Oh, it's right. It was literally right in front of me. Is that it? Is that right? Am I looking at the right place? Because if I am, depending on your elevation, I would say 8 to 12 inches, 12 to 18 if you're near some hills, if you're on a hill. 12 to 18 inches is pretty common forecast for this area right here, if I'm looking at the right area. Why is there no snow on Long Island? It just hasn't started there yet. It will snow on Long Island, I can promise you that. Southern West Virginia. Okay, Logan. Southern West Virginia. Man, once again, it depends on your location. If you're in the valleys, I'd say 4 to 6 inches. If you're in the higher elevations, 6 to 12 inches. And a lot of that's going to come from our lingering snow showers tomorrow and the next day, not from this main storm that's going to hit the Northeast. It's going to be coming from those moderate snow showers that kind of come down the line. All right. Another super chat from Wyatt Black. He says, North Central Maryland, Mason-Dixon line, Thurmont, Emmitsburg, Maryland. So North Central Maryland, I would say 12 to 18 inches. 12 to 18 inches, closer to that 18 range, the further north you go. Okay. And that's if you're at literally if you're in very northern Maryland. Now it cuts off to 8 to 12 pretty quickly the closer you get to Baltimore and Washington D.C. Okay. Let's see here. We're getting all kinds of super chats here. I gotta take precedent on those. Let's see. Oh man, I'm losing track. Simon Stone. How much snow for West Orange, New Jersey? West Orange, New Jersey. I'm guessing that's a county. I don't know a lot of these town names over here in New Jersey. Yeah, that's a county. West Orange, New Jersey. Oh, you guys are going to get definitely over 20 inches of snow. You're going to get over 20 inches of snow. You might get 2 feet. Okay. Best $2 forecast ever. CCL Show and Tell. I can't pronounce the name of that town, but New York. Best $2 forecast. I think I appreciate that. let me figure out exactly. I think you asked yesterday, right? And I had to look it up. I'm sorry about that. I just didn't know exactly where it was. That's right in the middle of New York. I would say 8 to 12 inches. 8 to 12 inches is what I would say for you. And it looks to me, well, let's see here. I want to see what the National Weather Service is showing for you. It's hard to pinpoint. You're northwest of Albany, southeast of Syracuse. Syracuse, southeast, northwest. Yeah, you're right on that line from 8 to 12, 6 to 8 inches, somewhere in there. I agree with the National Weather Service on that one. David G, can you do a radar update on Tom's River, please? Yeah, David G, I can absolutely do that for you. Let's take a look at the radar in Tom's River. So here's our fancy WSV3 radar. Let's go here, right over here into New Jersey. As you can see, we got some bands of snow moving in, but let's take a look at a higher res version. There's Tom's River. So you just went, I know why you sent that super chat, David. You got nervous, right? You just went through a little dry spell there. You thought it was over. No, it's coming back. You got another big snow band coming to you right now, followed by 3 or 4 more that we can see. So definitely it's not done snowing there. And just to your west in Mount Laurel, they're still dealing with some snow, and we've got a live look at that right now. Looks to me like there has been a little bit of accumulation since we last looked at this live camera. So that is in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, just to the east of Philadelphia. Okay. Got more super chats to look at here. David G said I missed 2 of his super chats. No, I didn't, man. It's just taking me a while to get to all of them. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go. Okay. Stephen Poling, Jefferson County, West Virginia. All right. West Virginia. Here's the thing. All of West Virginia can see 4 to 6 inches of snow. Okay. Now, if you're in the higher elevations or if you're close to Maryland, it changes a little bit. I've got to see exactly where Jefferson County is. Jefferson County. Oh, why didn't I just keep that in maps? Okay, so you are close to Maryland. It's a good thing I looked into that. I would say 8 to 12 inches is a sure bet. Okay, 8 to 12 inches is a sure bet for Jefferson County in West Virginia. That's like right in here. 8 to 12 inches is a sure bet, but there is a possibility that if you get under that right band, you can see up to 18 inches. All right. Thank you, Stephen, for the super chat. Mama Cake, thank you for the $5 super chat. Please do Darien, Connecticut. Darien, Connecticut. All right, dude, I'm learning. If I keep doing these live streams, I'm going to be like a literal supercomputer, and I'm going to know where everything is. Like if you go on a road trip, don't take your TomTom. Don't get out Siri and ask her for directions. Just call me up, all right? I'm going to know where everything is. Darien County, Connecticut. I do think you guys have a very good shot of seeing over 20 inches of snow. I'm going to say 18 to 24 inches is possible for you. You could get 2 feet of snow from this storm, and that's real. I'm not hyping that up. Let's see here. What else we got going on here? I know I passed up some. David G, thank you again for the super chat, man. Thank you for all the support. You came back to me. Sorry. It's all right. It's all right. CCL show and tell. Canna Joe Harry. Canna Joe Harry. That's how you say it. Canna Joe Harry. All right, cool. I'm sorry. I couldn't pronounce it. Just from reading it. It's a very unique name. Thank you again for the $2. I very, very much appreciate it. What else we got here? Mama Cake, Darien, Connecticut. I just did that. Gil Clark says Wilkes-Barre is just under 2 inches of snow right now. It is coming down pretty good in that area, Branton, but it's going to get more intense as we go later on into tonight. Going to get much more intense. Whiskey Pours, Kentucky. Is that a place? Did you just rickroll me on the map? Dude, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Frandy's Weather Channel. I saw that, dude. I saw that. You posted that right at the right time to where I could see it. Allentown, Pennsylvania, 18 to 24 inches. I think that Allentown, you have a less chance of seeing that 2 foot mark than New York City does. You're a little bit too far west. But you're in that 18 to 24 inches. I wouldn't be surprised if you got 19 to 20. And then at the very best case scenario, you get that 24-inch mark. All right. Caddy, 1970. I'm far away from Ryan Hall, but I'm with you all. Greetings from Southern Germany. Wow. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Scott Ryder with a $9.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. There you go. You paid for an anemometer on the weather truck. Okay. Oh yeah, I need your all's opinion. Oh man, can I do a poll? Is it possible for me to do a poll? It isn't. It isn't. Is it? It's not. Okay. Anyways, I need your all's help. I'm making a storm chasing truck, right? I'll actually pull that up for you. And this spring on this channel, if you're subscribed, get ready for this because I'm going tornado chasing. Me and a crew of some people are gonna go out to the what's it called? The Tornado Alley, probably for the entire month of May. Going to be working on chasing storms and stuff, and just because I'm trying to do this YouTube thing, and I'm going to need some good like high contrast color stuff for the thumbnails to try to draw people into the videos. I want to get my truck wrapped, okay, and I want to just get like the absolute most insane looking storm chasing truck you've ever seen. And I want to get your all's opinion on what we should call it. Let me find Ernest Mora. Thank you for becoming an official Weather Weenie. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much, guys. Let me find that real quick. That be? Oh yeah, it's in my. Okay, let me ask you guys: is this too much? First of all, now this is not my design. A graphic designer has come up with this. Okay, I'm not sure about this. I do like the logo, and I especially like the radar on the truck. Right, it's really bright. It's very colorful. It's definitely going to stand out. But the name, I'm stuck between Storm Finder and Storm Seeker. All right, Storm Finder or Storm Seeker. I am going to create a poll on the community tab of my YouTube channel right now. And I'm going to let you guys vote. Should it be Storm Finder or Storm Seeker? I know I want it to be Storm something, but I don't know if it should be Finder or Seeker. So I'm going to put this back on the radar. I'm going to create that on the community tab right now. Yeah, I can. Should be my name. Storm chasing. And I can't wait for you guys to see this truck. Like it's going to be the most insane. We're going to have a lot of instrumentation inside of there and everything. Finder. Post. All right, so there's a tab on the community page now. If you go to my YouTube channel, go to the community page, you can vote right now on what we should call this. And if anybody has any other potential names that we could use, I'm open. I'm open to suggestions. How about Storm Hunter, Storm Racer, Storm Peaker? How about Target? Target? That's a superstore, bud. What are you doing? Seeker sounds more professional. Seeker. Okay, a lot of people are saying Seeker. All right. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like the winner is going to be Storm Seeker. I can already tell. Yeah. Storm Finder was just the first one that came to my mind. We got a super chat from Adam. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, Storm Seeker, news on the Pocono Mountains. Yeah, you guys are going to get a ton of snow. That's the news. Let me go over the full forecast here again for that area. 1 second. So yeah, the Poconos, you guys in that area, you can expect 12 to 18 inches of snow. The further north you go, 8 to 12 inches, 6 to 8 inches. So if you're north of, if you're west of Scranton, from Williamsport over to State College, 8 to 12 inches. But I don't know exactly which portion of the Poconos you're in. Stormtrooper. Yeah, it looks like Storm Seeker's going to win for sure. I'll give you guys one last look at that. We'll move on. We'll continue talking about the weather. Oh, that needs to be an emote. I need to make the storm seeker truck an emote that you guys can use in chat, if you remember. I can make like 5 new ones now. I don't know what to make. Amounts for New York City. This is looking like a blockbuster, and it's focused a lot on New York City. Yes, sir. Here's what the National Weather Service believes for New York City, and I agree with them. I think that 2 feet of snow is very possible in New York City, man. When will it start snowing in North Jersey? How much? Weather models. All right. Is it not snowing in North Jersey already? Should be. All right, so in North Jersey, if the snow hasn't started already, it definitely will be there by 7 or 8 o'clock. All right, maybe 9 o'clock at the latest. The heaviest snow is going to be falling in North Jersey between 9 a.m. tomorrow and 7 p.m. tomorrow. From 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., that's when the heaviest snow is going to be falling in North Jersey. And according to the NAM, how much snow are you going to get? Take a look at that right now. The NAM really likes over 20 inches of snow for North Jersey, okay? The National Weather Service is also agreeing with that. Near West Milford here, north of Morristown, 18 to 24 inches. Now, if you're in Northwest Jersey, there are some areas here that can see 24, 30 inches of snow, son. 24 to 30 inches of snow. DC suburbs, I'm still saying 6 to 8 inches. Stormcatcher. I've seen somebody suggest Stormcatcher. And I don't know, you guys got a lot of good suggestions. I don't know what to do. How much do you realistically think the greater Hartford area will get? Every single prediction model says something different. Hartford, if you're talking about Hartford, Connecticut, central Connecticut, I do believe 12 to 18 inches is the right call for snow. You'll be closer to that 12-inch range if there's a possibility that big, wide, heavy snow band that sets up that's going to bring 2 feet of snow to New York City. There's a possibility that stays south of you for an extended period of time. If it does, then you'll see closer to 12 inches. However, if that comes north, like I think it will, you'll see closer to 18 inches. Okay, all of Connecticut has the opportunity to see between 12 and 18 inches of snow. Storm Informer. I have grandkids in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. How much will they see? Well. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a lot of areas. I feel like if I lived there, I would just say I lived west of Philadelphia. I live just a little bit west of Philadelphia, a little bit east of Harrisburg. Because that's kind of what I say now, like where I actually live. I live a little bit southeast of Lexington, Kentucky. Because nobody knows anything about Pikeville. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, to get back to the point, Ernest, thank you for being a member. And I do want to give you an update on that. I do think that 12 to 18 inches, it would be my best guess. But we can take a look at what the the National Weather Service is showing for that area, if I haven't already lost it. Hold on. Let me pull that back up. Gov. All right, so this is a new graphic from the National Weather Service for Pennsylvania. Snowfall is beginning Sunday morning. Expected to continue on and off through Tuesday morning. 48-hour snow totals will end up 1 foot or more for many across central Pennsylvania. So right in here, it looks like 12 to 18 inches. 12 to 18 inches. For Ephra. I think I'm saying that right. This is showing Allentown and Harrisburg getting 12 to 18 inches. Philadelphia, 8 to 12 inches. Philadelphia, I think you'll end up with a little bit more than that, especially after seeing what we're seeing right now with this front edge snow. I think it's overperforming. Are we done in Indianapolis? Ryan Hall, y'all. Let's take a look at that. Indianapolis really got the short end of the stick last night with that warm bubble coming up and causing it to rain, really dampening the snow totals last night. Indianapolis, no, you're not done. Up here in Chicago, it's still snowing. I don't know how much snow they have now, but like they definitely overperformed. We've got this moisture coming off the lake, and it's really going to allow these snow showers north of you here in Indianapolis to intensify as we go into the overnight period. They'll create kind of like a big area of moderate snow showers, and that will slowly track south and east over Indianapolis tonight. I do think you have the possibility for 2 to 4 additional inches of snow. And we can take a better look at that on the weather models. Let me pull that up for you real quick. Show models. There we go. Let's go back over to the Ohio Valley. Yeah, as you can see, this right here, you're right on the line between 2 and 3 inches. But this is probably a little bit underdone, I think. I think a lot of times whenever we have systems like this on the back edge of a big storm that's moving down, a lot of times these models greatly underestimate what kind of stuff they've got going on with them. So let's look at the simulated radar for the future. Here we are right now, and as you can see, you're in that dry slot right now, but these snow showers really continue to intensify, and they kind of form like a deformation band here. And then I would say not until 9 a.m. tomorrow are you done with the snow. And then all my people in Kentucky here, from Louisville, Paducah, down into Nashville, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, and as far south as very northern Alabama and Georgia, you guys are going to see snow. 2 to 4 inches in Kentucky, 1 to 3 inches in Tennessee, and maybe up to an inch in northern Georgia and Alabama, as these wraparound snow showers really try to overperform as we go into the overnight hours tonight. So here we are at 7 a.m. tomorrow, all the way into 7 p.m. tomorrow, and it's still snowing even at 1 a.m. on Tuesday, and it finally stops at 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Kylo Tech, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, moderate snow in New Jersey, visibility dropping quickly. Things are getting interesting in New Jersey. Let's go back to radar scope. Tom's River, got a big band of snow. I know we've got some people watching in Tom's River. You've got this big band of snow coming. It's going to be really interesting to watch. A lot of New Jersey here. North of Trenton, a really good snow band's moving through your area. Middletown and then Woodbridge. That is moving into New York. Let's put the pretty snow colors back on it. That way we can know for sure that we're dealing with snow here. And let's take a look at some of the weather cameras that we have. All right, so here's our view of is east of New Jersey. Okay, snowing pretty hard there. We've got a little bit of accumulation. I'm waiting to see when that grass is going to get covered. I'm waiting to see it. New York City, how's it looking there? We've got a little bit of snow actually piling up in New York City now. When that big band that's going through the middle part of New Jersey right now gets to New York City, we'll be able to see that really good here on the camera. Sorry guys if it's harder to hear me. I've got to lean back. This is a 3-hour stream so far. I gotta kind of rest my back here a little bit. Paradise, Pennsylvania. It's getting a little bit too dark to see anything there. Breeze Weather, thank you for the $2.99 super chat. Any ideas on Boston? Boston, yeah, check it out, dude. I agree with your local National Weather Service for Boston, and I will show you that. Oh, Boston can get 12 to 18 inches. It literally, there's a pretty sharp cutoff line if you're close to the coast. If you're in West Boston, you're going to get 18 inches. If you're in East Boston, you're going to get 12. If you're right on the coast, you may only get like 6 inches of snow. But over here, best chance to see 18 inches. So this is near Baltimore. Definitely it's piling up there. Greencastle, Pennsylvania. It's getting dark out. It's getting harder to see. Here we are in Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's coming down pretty good there. Oh, this guy's got it set up good. He's still got his Christmas lights out. Look at that. Nice. And then our buddy Anthony Quintano in New Jersey is pointing his camera right at the light so we can see the intensity of the snow and also see the accumulation as it happens. I've seen a lot of people in the chat asking about Pennsylvania. I'm going to show that Pennsylvania graphic one more time. So if you are in a line west of Somerset, all the way as far north as Bradford. So if you're west of this line, 4 to 6 inches is going to be your best bet. Pittsburgh may see 6 to 8 inches. Everybody east of this line is going to see more than 6 inches. Okay, so if you're east of that line, you're going to see more than 6 inches. Williamsport, 12 to 18 inches. There are a couple areas that are going to see 18 to 24 inches, especially over here in eastern Pennsylvania. Breeze Weather, thank you for the super chat. He says, do you agree with the Weather Channel saying 3 inches for Boston? Absolutely not. Is the Weather Channel really saying that? Bruh. The Weather Channel's not saying that. Winter Storm Orlena. That doesn't look like. Man, I don't even know how to navigate this website. I was like 12 years old the last time I went to the Weather Channel's website. Literally, I really do think I was 12 years old. But I don't think if the Weather Channel is actually predicting that you will get 3 inches of snow, I think they're ridiculous. Okay, you will definitely get more than that. Toms River, New Jersey. Here's an update. Like a couple inches, maybe an inch or so. I can't really tell. It's kind of dark. We're getting 2 inches near Wilkes-Barre. This is at 6 p.m. Nice. Very nice. If you guys want to send me storm reports, make sure you follow me at Ryan Hall, y'all, on Twitter, and I'll share whatever you want to send me live here on the show. Aaron David, thank you for subscribing. If you're in Eastern Pennsylvania, you're going to get a ton of snow, man. Southern New Jersey is going to see snow, but just not as much. Southern New Jersey, I'm going to say 4 to 6 inches. If you're in like actual Southern New Jersey, it's like south of Philadelphia. However, if you're close to Philadelphia, expect more snow because I'm thinking Philadelphia can see over a foot. I think this is our best cam right now, guys. What do you think? I love the lights. Can we see snow totals? Yes, we can. What do you want to see them on? This is the latest NAM. 3 kilometer NAM. This is the latest Euro. I'll let you guys soak that in there. Here's the latest GFS. Wow, the GFS. It wasn't showing that bullseye before, I don't believe. So it has came around. It has came around. All right. What else we got? The Canadian. Go too far out here. Yeah, the Canadian still showing the big the winning areas here near Philadelphia up through Easton. And then if we want to look at the National Weather Service, get that back on here. Here's what the New York looks like. South of Albany, 12 to 18 inches. North of Albany, between Albany and Syracuse, like 4 to 8 inches. But a lot of western and northwestern New York's only going to see like maybe 2 to 4 to 6 inches of snow. Washington, D.C. is expecting 6 to 8 inches of snow. Best case scenario, 6 to 12 inches of snow. Baltimore, best case scenario, 12 to 18 inches of snow. More likely situation is going to be the 6 to 8 inch because you are going to have that rain trying to mix in with your snow totals there. Here's a look at Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. 12 to 18 inches, pretty widespread all across this region, except for right here, thanks to the terrain. Here's Pennsylvania. Zoom in really good on this one. Pennsylvania, I think that honestly, in eastern Pennsylvania, some of these totals may be underdone. I think the National Weather Service in New York has some of these areas near Allentown in the 24 to 30 inch range. So if they update this, I believe they will probably up the totals over here. Confidence is growing that we're going to see a very significant amount of snow, a very heavy snow band form in this area. So if you're north and east of Allentown, or if you're in Allentown, get ready for Snowtown, baby. Get ready for it, all right? Keith, enjoyed it. Thanks so much for keeping us updated and informed, but it's dinner time. Have a good night. Hey, thank you so much for joining for as long as you did, Keith. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Does snow come in any other color? What are you talking about, Outcast? Somebody wanted me to show the Kuchera snow totals. I can do that for you. Yeah, it's even higher. I really want that next storm to work out, man. I really want it to work out. If you're confused about why it's showing 50, 60 inches of snow up here, is because this is the Euro all the way out through 240 hours. This is the kind of active pattern that we are getting ready to get into. Let me just show you guys. Here's our storm right now. Here's another storm coming. And then here is a blockbuster, historic, crazy storm we haven't seen since the 90s coming through on February 8th, potentially. Don't want to hype it up too much, but the potential is there. Look at that. Snow in Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, all of New England. This is a blizzard, guys. This would be a very intense blizzard. Very good chance that this will not happen, but you gotta love it. You gotta love seeing it. You gotta love it. And then obviously this is followed by intense cold, extreme intense cold. Something that we haven't seen so far this year. So this is the GEFS. Somebody recommended I look at this. Total snowfall, 10-to-1 ratio through 35 days. But once again, very active pattern that we're going into, guys. Weather Today says, how do I become a member? Guys, if you want to become a member of this channel and have the cool little lightning bolt next to your name and get access to exclusive features like the emotes, like the ones I'm just now putting into the chat here, you'll also be able to access our VIP area of the Discord server that we're making, and you'll be able to get behind the scenes footage of tornado videos, tornado chasing videos, and obviously one-on-one time, you know, in the Discord server to ask questions and stuff. All you got to do is go down where you see subscribe. Next to it, it should say join. Hit join. All right. If you don't see that, there is a link in the description. Hit that link, and it'll take you to your web browser, and you can join there. Okay. I appreciate everybody for joining. I really do. Will there be blizzard warnings for this storm? Very good question. I don't know. let's take a look at, let's go back to the NAM. Do we have an updated NAM? Is it 18Z? That's not new. Surface wind. So our sustained wind speed for this storm in New York it may be strong enough to produce blizzard warnings. It's got to be over 35 miles per hour. So that'll be up to the National Weather Service. It's going to be close. Sorry. Something about like after we break the 3-hour mark on the stream, start sneezing. I don't know why. I don't know why that happens. J Small One, thank you for becoming a member. Oh my God, I think that was member number 50. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome. J Small, welcome to the club. You're not gonna regret it. But yeah, the wind speeds here look like they'll be right on the cusp of like issuing a blizzard warning. If there are any blizzard warnings at all, they'll happen here on Long Island, maybe in like the Boston region, as that low pressure system really gets close to the coast there. It's going to be close. But as of right now, we've still just got winter storm warnings out. Starting to snow a little bit better in New York. That first band of snow is getting close. That first intense band of snow, I should say. Getting close. Is there going to be a switch over to rain in Boston? Maybe. Depends on what part of Boston you're in, honestly. But the odds are low. I think you're all snow in Boston, especially if you're further inland. Are we done with snow in Mount Vernon, Ohio? Absolutely not. You've still got another 2 to 4 inches to go, as those wraparound snow showers do their work tonight. I did also want to mention, if you guys, first of all, thanks to everybody that has become a member. Really appreciate that. But a lot of people I've seen in the chat saying, I can't become a member. I don't have, money right now. That's totally fine. But if you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. I noticed like 80% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So definitely become a subscriber. Turn notifications on. That way you never miss a video or a live stream. Are we done in Baltimore? No, you're not done in Baltimore. You're just getting started in Baltimore. It's going to snow way more in Baltimore, man. What are you talking about? What time do you think snow will begin in Kentucky? It'll be later tonight. The most of it's going to fall early tomorrow morning, through the first half of the day tomorrow, and then it's going to ramp up again tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. So there's two different events of snowfall. It's going to ramp up and it's going to cool down. It's going to ramp up again and it's going to cool down by midday Tuesday in Kentucky. Is there a chance of seeing thunder snow in Carlisle, Pennsylvania? Yes, there is. There's a chance. I don't know how much of a chance. That's another one of those now casting things. We won't know how much energy is out there for lightning to occur until we are right there while the event's happening. Somebody wanted to see the snow totals in New Jersey. I agree with the National Weather Service. Where in the heck did that go? There it is. North of New Jersey there. Pretty much all of New Jersey. North of Philadelphia, that area is going to get over 18 inches of snow, close to 2 feet the closer you get to eastern Pennsylvania or eastern New Jersey. I'm warm plumb out, guys. Woo! Sorry, I'm reading through. I'm reading through your all's suggestions for the storm truck's name. Give me just a second. Storm Sprites. Storm Sprite Zero. Weather Weenie Mobile. Stormy Daniels. So Storm Seeker is definitely the winner in that poll. I think Storm Seeker is going to end up being the name. Somebody said Ryan Hall, y'all. Spell Hall like Haul. Oh man. Little Joshy says the weather says it's snowing, but it's not. What? Where you at, man? Little Joshy, where you at? Are you up here in Connecticut? Let me guess where you are. You're either up here in Connecticut or southern New York or up here near Binghamton. And what you're seeing is this first little band of snow that's coming through here. The radar's picking it up because there's plenty of snow in the air, but it's not reaching the ground yet. Got low dew points. You don't have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere to support those snowflakes to fall all the way to the ground. So what you got to do, you got to wait. You got to let this band come through. It's going to moisten up the atmosphere, and then when this next little area of snow comes through, then it will finally start snowing. Next one that comes through, it'll start snowing harder, and then it'll start snowing harder, and it'll start snowing harder. A lot of times the radar will show snow starting a little bit before it actually does. So, yeah, that's even if you're right here, real close to New York, it's coming. I promise, it is coming. All right, guys. So here's what I'm gonna do. This has been a 3 hour and 30-minute long live stream. I think I'm about pooped. I think I'm about torn plumb out. I'm gonna check Twitter right now. Check Twitter, see if we got any more storm reports in. And we haven't, I don't think. Last one was from Tom's River there. I think David, that's you, right? Did you get my tweet? If that's not it, then no, I didn't get your tweet. But anyways, let's go through everything again, all right? And then I'm probably going to head out. First of all, before I get into this, I would encourage everybody to become a member. Or if you can't do that, just subscribe to the channel and like this video, okay? Now, let's get into talking about the weather. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for much of New England and the Mid-Atlantic region, okay? It is very possible that around New York City, in northeastern New Jersey, very southern New York, and southwestern Connecticut, maybe even up towards Boston, some blizzard warnings may be issued later this evening. I don't know if that's going to happen. It's unlikely, but the possibility is there because conditions will be favorable for blizzards. I mean, like, you know, all you got to do is have snow and winds over 35 miles an hour for a specific period of time, and that could definitely happen. So we've got winter storm warnings for a bunch of people from Virginia all the way up to Maine, and possibly blizzard warnings coming a little bit later, okay? Here's what the National Weather Service thinks you're going to get if you're around New York City, okay? JFK, 18 to 24. West of Morristown, 24 to 30 inches of snow. All of northern New Jersey, 18 to 24 inches. Southern New York, 18 to 24. Hartford, Connecticut, 12 to 18. Pretty much all of Connecticut there is 12 to 18, okay? A little bit further up in New York, in Binghamton, New York, 8 to 12 inches. Albany, 12 to 18 inches, okay? Now, Syracuse, just 4 to 6, and Old Forge, 4 to 6 inches, okay? Washington, D.C., 4 to 6 inches is possible. Baltimore, 4 to 6 inches is possible. A best case scenario, though, for you is going to be a 12 to 18 inch scenario. There's a big area there, I know. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of little things that can change that can make big differences in what you get. Fredericksburg, Virginia, 4 to 6 inches. Zoom in a little bit here. Aiden, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Warrenton, 6 to 8 inches. Franklin, 4 to 6 inches. Cumberland, 12 to 18 inches. Okay, so that's what that area looks like. Now up here near Boston, Massachusetts, Lawrence, 12 to 18 inches. Boston, 12 to 18. All the way out here in Cape Cod, though, you're going to be a little bit too close to that low, and you're going to have a little warm sector that comes over you. So 2 to 3 inches, possibly even less than that if you're really far out here on the Cape. 8 to 12 inches in Charlestown, 12 to 18 in Providence, Rhode Island. And then there is a little area here in western Massachusetts that's not going to see as much snow thanks to the terrain and also the direction of those snow bands as they move in. All right. Pennsylvania, let me zoom in real good on this. I know we've got a lot of people in here from Pennsylvania. I won't be able to read off every location, so try your best to read it if you can. Erie, 3 to 4 inches. Meadville, 3 to 4 inches. Pittsburgh, 6 to 8 inches. Allentown, 12 to 18 inches. I think Allentown can see more than that. I think Allentown can see more than that. Okay. Scranton, 12 to 18 inches. I think if you're south and east of Scranton, you can see more than that. I'm talking 24 to 30 inches of snow possible in this area of Pennsylvania. All right. Get ready for it. If you're not ready already, let's do. All right, there we go. And okay, now let's take a look at the radar. Let's see what's going on right now. Okay, so here's our first little flank of the storm. All right, we've got pretty decently heavy snow working through Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, pretty much all of New Jersey. It's moving into Tom's River, New Jersey again, all the way up into New York City. Now, if you're on the front leading edge of this up here in Connecticut, southern New York, you're probably not seeing snowfall just yet, but just wait until these heavier bands come in. You will see it, I promise. Williamsport, you've got snow. Harrisburg, Altoona, Pittsburgh, you've got snow. It looks like that rain snow line is down here on the southern portion of the Delmarva Peninsula. It is raining in Salisbury, but it's snowing in Easton. All right, Dover, you guys have got snow. It's been snowing really hard for much of the day here in northern Delaware. So hopefully we can hang on to that, and hopefully you guys end up with a pretty good amount of snow. I know you want it. I know you need it. If I could give it to you myself, I would, I promise. And then let's go over here. Here we are next to Indianapolis. Last time we checked this radar image, these snow showers were way more scattered, so they're starting to fill in here. If you are in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, this whole area is going to start filling in later tonight with some more moderate snow showers, okay? And they're going to build up, and they're going to move south as we go into the overnight hours, and they're going to move into Kentucky. And just 3 or 4 hours, it's going to start snowing around Louisville, Kentucky. That's going to move down to Lexington and Pikeville, Berea, Somerset, and it's going to go all the way down into Knoxville, Nashville, maybe even Huntsville, Alabama, as we go into the day tomorrow. Huntsville, Alabama, you could see a trace of snow tomorrow. 1 to 3 inches in Nashville, Knoxville, 1 to 3 inches. 2 to 4 inches for all of Kentucky here, and an additional 2 to 4 inches will be possible for all of eastern Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio here as well, okay? Chicago has seen well over a foot of snow in some areas, and they're still seeing snow right now. I don't know when it's going to stop, but it looks to me like it's hanging on strong. And that's going to continue to move on east. And I forgot to mention this area of the snow that you're seeing in Pennsylvania right now, in Delaware right now, in New Jersey, in New York City. This is not the storm. This is the appetizer. This is the bread at Texas Roadhouse, all right? You're eating rolls right now. You're eating rolls in Texas Roadhouse, or you've got the bread that comes out before your Red Lobster meal. That's what you're eating. The real deal, the heavy snow is not even close to coming here yet. We're right here. Our storm's forming off the coast of North Carolina, and then that's going to move east tonight. And tomorrow, between the hours of noon and 9 p.m., that's when the heaviest snow is going to fall in this area, okay? So, yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Later this evening, a lot of these snow showers may start to dissipate. They may start to look less impressive. You might look out west and think, oh man, is that really all we have left to come? No, the big part of the snowstorm is not here yet. Just be patient, it is coming. All right, now let's talk about the future with the weather models, all right? So this is the NAM model. What we're looking at right here is wind speeds. One of the reasons why blizzard warnings may be issued for Long Island and some areas up north of Cape Cod near Boston is because wind speeds may be over 35 miles an hour for an extended period of time. And if that happens, then we've got a blizzard, okay? Let's zoom out to the whole East Coast here, and let's do the multi-parameter, MSLP, and watch the progression of this storm. This is what it's going to look like according to the NAM. The NAM says the Delmarva Peninsula, Delaware, and much of Maryland is not going to see much snow at all. I disagree with this. I think you guys are going to at least see 6 to 8 inches, especially in DC and Baltimore, okay? I think they just got a little bit too much warm air coming up there. I think that is an error. I could be wrong, but as you can see, heavy snow at 8 p.m. tomorrow in New York City, and then that works out of here. But watch this. Watch all this here in Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. We're going to be dealing with multiple shots of extra snow showers as we move all the way into 3 p.m. on Tuesday, okay? And that, yes, that does reach very southern portions of Alabama here. Very interesting stuff as that cold air gets pushed all the way down into central Florida, all right? And that's what that looks like. And we'll look at total snowfall numbers. I definitely don't want you guys to get too caught up on this. The National Weather Service totals that I just showed you, that's what you need to go by. But this still does have a very nice bullseye for New York City with close to 2 feet of snow. And a lot of areas here in New England get absolutely clobbered by some snow. All right, the 18Z Euro is rolling right now, and it's right on track with what we've been seeing. It does have that little hole here for DC, but this run is not complete yet, so let's not look at that too much. GFS, here we go, big old bullseye near Allentown, Pennsylvania, with 2 feet of snow or more. And the short range Canadian, still, if you're in this area right here, lock it in. You're getting a crap ton of snow. I can promise you that. Okay. Sorry. And then look at all this snow over here in Ohio and Kentucky. This is all that backside stuff coming down. So very, very exciting for me. I live right here, so I am pumped to get my 3 inches. I'm very jealous of you guys. And then let's talk about just briefly what we could see in the future. All right, let's go back to the Euro. And then we'll have to look at older data, the 12Z here. And let's go back to the MSLP. And okay, so look here. Here's our storm right now that we're dealing with. That's going to get out of here by February 4th. And then we have another one immediately after that that's going to bring rain to a lot of the Ohio Valley, and then maybe some significant snow to northern Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan. That's going to try to make it into the Northeast, but it's going to be a very rainy event for the coast. And then that moves on out. But check this out. Look at this. We've got snow way back here in Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, and a very strong low pressure system coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, colliding with some of the coldest air we have seen this year, possibly in a couple years, coming down with it. All right, this is the polar vortex colliding with one of the stronger southern systems that we've seen on model guidance in a long time. And if this was to come to fruition, we are talking about the blizzard of 2021. This would be something that we talk about for years to come. However, this is still 168 hours away. We should not be too excited about it, but it is fun to look at, and it's very interesting that we're seeing this. I am very confident that we're going to see this cold air come down. Like I'm almost certain that that this is going to happen. Now, the combination of this storm meeting up with it, that's what I'm uncertain about. And if we zoom out now to the central United States, if we go even further on the Euro, we have another intense large storm forming in southern Texas that may or may not end up becoming another big nor'easter or apps runner type system. So we are entering a very active pattern. If you don't get snow from this storm, there's always the next one. That's basically what I'm trying to say. All right, let's take another look at the radar. And let's take a look at where the heaviest bands of snow are setting up right now. Looks like some's moving out of Baltimore, but you got more coming from your west. Philadelphia just got a good one come through, and now it's moving into New York City, and we can see that live on the weather cam. All right. So that was my breakdown. My final breakdown of the day. If you're just now joining in, I've done that about 12 times during this live stream. So, yeah, that's what it's looking like, guys. One last time, I'm going to take your questions. I am going to respond to you. I'm going to look at the chat right now, put where you live, and I am going to try my best to respond to everybody and tell you how much snow I think you're going to get. All right? How much snow I think you're going to get. Just put your location in the chat. Obviously, people are going to super chat, and those will take precedent. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that way. But that's just the way YouTube is designed. All right? There's a little delay here, so I'm just going to give it a second. Oh, who's operating this camera, but they're really jerky with. David G says, next live stream, I do think that there is a possibility that I could go live tomorrow. I'll have to see. Like, I definitely want to go back to my normal video thing really soon, because I don't want to live stream every day. I don't want this channel to be a live streaming channel as much as I love it. I want it to be a special occasion. But so I may go live tomorrow during the peak, the maxima of the storm in New York City, so we can kind of watch it as that happens. Yeah, I think my next live stream will be tomorrow, and that'll be the last one until we get another big storm come through. Also, we're going to periodically do live streams for members only on this channel, but they won't be 3 hours long. And it'll only be for members. So that'll happen probably at least once a week. So, David, I know you're a member there. So yeah. And it's so easy to see you guys. You're the people who are members. The lightning bolts really make you stand out. Frostburg, Maryland. Let me figure out exactly where that is. Big Ron Johnson. Frostburg, Maryland. Okay, so you're close. You're to the west of Hagerstown. I would say Frostburg, Maryland. I would say 8 to 12 inches. Very likely for you. Okay, 8 to 12. Let's see here. Football fan, thank you for the $2 super chat. How much snow for Lower Bucks County, PA? Lower Bucks County. I swear, guys, I'm getting so good at geography. Like I know the whole area now, thanks to you guys. Lower Bucks County, 12 to 18 inches. 12 to 18 inches. That is my official prediction for Lower Bucks County. All right. Let's see what else we got. Brockton, Massachusetts. It's south of Boston. Look, I want to look at the Canadian. I want to look at the Canadian for Boston. I think it's handling that better. South of Boston. Okay, best case scenario, 18 inches. Worst case scenario, 8 inches. I know that's an 8-inch spread. And I'm sorry, but 12 to 18 inches would be my official forecast for you if I had to put it on a map. But it depends on, if that low pressure system goes just a couple miles to the west, you could get as little as 8 inches. But 12 to 18 is my official forecast for you. Okay. Football. Sorry. Oh man, it's going too fast. David G, thank you so much for all the support, man. Stephen Poling, good night, man. How much snow for Brewster, New York? Brewster, New York. Let's look at it. We say Brewster, New York. I would say 18 to 20 inches. 18 to 20 inches for Brewster, New York. Could you break down Maryland totals for us? Yes, I can do that, Abby. Thank you so much for the super chat. Maryland. Okay. So, if you are in northern Maryland, let's start from northwestern Maryland, okay? And I'm going to use the National Weather Service here as guidance because I like what they're saying here. Northwestern Massachusetts, Cumberland, 12 to 18 inches, especially in the higher elevations here. You guys will see more. Hagerstown, 6 to 8 inches. Frederick, 6 to 8 inches. So as you can see, the further south you go, the less snow that you can get. Washington, 6 to 8 inches. Annapolis, 6 to 8. Baltimore, 6 to 8. Now, Bel Air, 8 to 12. Now, if we come over here, this is the best case scenario if you like snow. 6 to 12 in Washington. I'm sorry, 8 to 12 in Washington. Baltimore, 12 to 18. Bel Air, 12 to 18. You can kind of see, the trend here. Now, if you're in southern Maryland, as far south as Lexington Park, 4 to 6 inches is possible. And a lot of the Delmarva Peninsula down here, if you are in that area, you're probably going to end up with a lot less snow because there's a good chance of rain breaking into your totals there. Okay. So I hope that covered it for you pretty well. And yeah, I think that about does it. Snow is really coming down in New York now. Oh, it's coming down really good in Philadelphia too. Philadelphia is looking good. Oh, I saw Nashville, Tennessee, 1 to 3 inches by Tuesday. That's my official prediction for you. Man. Wish it was snowing here, boys. CCL Show and Tell, chuck $2 towards a Tornado probe. Thank you so much. Ryan, do you remember TWC's Weather Star? Weather Star XL. No, I don't. What is Weather Star XL is the 5th generation of Weather Star systems used by the American cable and satellite television weather channel that use. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I quit watching the Weather Channel a while back. Not because I have anything against them, but I've been forecasting the weather myself since I was like 12 years old, actually even younger than that. Pizza Gone Wild, yes, you can get a last minute shout out. New York City's going to get hammered 2 feet. Yes, they are. New York City. We're going to look at this camera tomorrow. They're going to be buried in snow. Buried in snow. All right, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm plumb killed. Oh. I want to say thanks to all the members before I head off here. I won't be able to do this every time, but completely overwhelmed by the support. Danny the Dog, Stephen Poling, Sebastian Tao, Gregory McCoy, Scrapper Secret Garden, Gil Clark, Jay Small, Jonesy, Dizzy D, Helena Ridgway, Ernest Moore, Charlie Lackey, Outcast, Marty Steins, Keith Dement, James Frazier, Lisa Swisher, Maggie Satterfield, MD, David G, Bridget Reed, Lee Sammons, Brandon Darnell, Big Ron Johnson, Stephanie Thacker, AJ Farah, TH Pyro, Adam Morehouse, Jamie, Brandy Walker, Joseph Delsinger, Tom Clooney, Nick Ferdinand, Linda Marie, Lisa R., John Drescher, Hunter Lund, Jordan Ashton, and Brody Exover. Thank you guys so much for being members. Means the world to me. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you guys get snow. And I hope you subscribe to the channel before you go.